Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me. But do you? Do you really love me? Because I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell. Well, I know Mr. Raven Maniac 1 loves me because he always looking out for us, sister. Thank you so much for that super chat, Mr. Raven Maniac. Also one of our members. We appreciate you big time for that. How y'all doing this evening? Welcome back for this Friday night edition of Beyond the Gates Unlocked with a little fish fry on the side. With a little shipapa on the side. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing okay. I can't complain. I mean, I could. Y'all want to hear me complain? Because I could. I could. But you know, people don't really be can when you be complaining. So I just try to keep all that bottled up inside of me. Wait, earpiece, why you falling out? Hold on. Earpiece falling out. All right. Thank you for joining me for this recap this Friday night. I know it's a little bit late, but I'm tired of looking at my computer. I've been trying to build a website, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. But just like I'm working hard for you all, I'm working hard so that this brunch can turn out to be a really great occasion for the ladies that we are honoring. Do me a favor and get on down there in the comments section and become a gatekeeper. That's how you become one. You get down there and give us a little bit of your opinions about what you thought that have went on today. And then we talk about it. Now, I'm not the only one going to be talking, especially not tonight. I'm going to figure out how to shorten my reviews on Friday so we can do more discussing than me talking. Also, what else do I want to tell you guys? We're here every day, Monday through Friday, and we're live. I mean, I thought about trying to get into the pre-recorded thing, but I'm going to tell you something. I think that would take just as much time. I ain't got time for that. Ooh, Miss Lil done became one of the members. Thank you, Miss Lil. That's her Anna baby. She said that's why she in here, being a little quiet. See, y'all talking about where E-Daddy at. E-Daddy trying to help get his mama right. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, I know y'all ready to gossip about these doggone Duprees. And then after that, we got to get a little serious and see what we really think about the episode. Listen, I got things to say today about the director. I ain't kidding because I got what I needed today, okay? I got what I needed on the directing side of things. Mr. Fido, I think it is Fido. Xavier did his thing down there in the directing. And I'll tell you why as we move along, why I really enjoyed it. All right, we want to keep the channel going, everybody. So please keep becoming a subscriber if you haven't done so yet. If you haven't strong armed somebody, made them come over here and join, tell them, get on over here. They ain't even got to watch. They ain't even got to watch the show. But if they like to gossip, this is the place to be. We're not going to say it's not when it is. So tell them if they want to gossip, this is where you want to be. Boo. All right. Now, we're serious about the like button over here. And every now and then, our officer of the like button, Miss Belinda Hill, would turn her red lights on, baby, and she would chase us down the road until we pulled this broadcast over to a screeching halt and put your hands on the steering wheel. And then she forces me to sing, la, 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 da, 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 ooh, da, 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 da. Yep. She's like, sing the song. And that's what I have to do until y'all get them likes up. So please get the likes up so we can just get through this thing tonight. Cause I got a feeling it's gonna be a hot discussion tonight. I got a feeling it is. I got a funny feeling I do. We got some wonderful mods over here. Oh wait a minute, I forgot to hold on.
Hey you, hit the like button.
Yeah, when y'all see them lights flashing, we got to pull it on over, baby, because that's Belinda's thing. And when she not here, don't mean she not here, because she still got people standing in for her, driving the officer car for her all up and through this broadcast. So don't get it twisted. Hey, see, she just checked in. She heard her own lights and sirens. She was like, oh, I'm right here. All right, we got some wonderful mods over here. Please take a moment and say hello to the mods. Hey, mods, and Tony Lynn. Tony Lynn is our official greeter over here. I'm on here so late this evening, though. I told y'all, Tony don't be messing with us this late. Tony be like, y'all be doing too much. I got to go to bed. I gets up early. I get up with the birds singing and chirping. Don't forget to use our hashtag down in the comment section. We also have a goal of 10 super chats so we can make it tonight. But even, let me tell you something, this Linda. We also have our membership drive going, which is going well as far as I'm concerned. Because YouTube said, can you do 30 in 30 days? I said, I think I can. I think I can do it. And so this is where we stand with it now. Y'all count them up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And as of today, we at 18. So far. Ooh, wouldn't it be nice to end the day with 20? If we could be at 20, that's 3 more. If we could get 3 more memberships today, then that only leaves us 10 to get by September 12th. YouTube ain't gonna the gatekeepers got me. I know that. And so here's what happens. For the first 30 people who become members, your name will forever remain in the advertisement about the membership. So only the first 30 though get to stay there. Even if you don't remain one after that, which I hope you would continue to. I don't know. But even if you don't, for being one of the first 30, and Elaine was our first member, then your name stayed. And because of that, Elaine's name got to stay at the top. Elaine ain't got to stay at the top. Don't get jelly. Elaine got on it. She was like, let me get on it now. Mm-hmm. All right. So speaking of the membership and the video, for which I add everybody's name to it every time somebody joins, I go in there and re-edit it and add all the names. And so don't you want to do the membership slide with us, huh? Don't you want to learn the membership strut? Don't you? I know you do. Welcome to Membership Island.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
I slash it.
Welcome to Membership Island.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership. So shh, tell them, Richard.
Let me in here.
See, E-Daddy done beat his mama up here with his name already in the video. Y'all gonna see it again because I got a reason why I got to play it later. Okay? All right. Okay, now let me see which one of my superstars is down here typing in the comments. Let's see.
Who
typing in the comments.
Well, I'll tell you who's typing in the comments. Well, Linda Bias Barnett, who I know had a busy day today, sleeping all day. Freezing and sleeping. I already know. Freezing and sleeping. And creeping and watching the show. I already know. I already know. Believe me, that just made her crack up. She says, greetings, gatekeepers, creepers, peepers, hedge hoppers, and bush watchers. And then she also dropped our hashtag BTG gatekeepers. And she reminds you to hit that like button, please. She says she missed the show because she was at her convention. I caught the soap dish review for this week. I know the tea was hot. All right, girl. She says she bought hot links and tater sauce. Girl, if you don't put me one of them mild hot links to the side, one of the mild ones now with some of the mild sauce on it. I like a little sauce on mine. KB Mommy says, hey y'all, Miss Jen, Mod Squad, Tony Lynn, Officer Belinda Hill, Gatekeepers, Gatekeeper family, Linda Barnes, hey my Mod Squad sister, and Below Didi, hey my Mod Squad sister. Y'all going to get y'all some t-shirts that Mod Squad sister. Miss Jen, where are your goals? I did put them up. I got some baked salmon and broccoli. Why are you trying to bring healthy stuff to the cookout? I know that's what my big tail need, but I don't. Didn't nobody make no German chocolate cake? Huh? A good old lemon pound cake? Y'all know the fat girl like the big girl. I'm ain't supposed to have that. The big girl, you know, I am. You know. But I'm saying the big girl do be liking her dessert. So you know what y'all got? What y'all bring? Hey. Mm-hmm. Terry Anthony says, good evening, dear gentle BTG gatekeepers unlocked. And good evening to you too, dear. Good evening to you too, dear. Chat, please show some love for Below Didi in her absence tonight, please, and thank you. Oh yeah, our girl is doing her family reunion thing. Her family reunion. And we're gonna miss you, Below. Okay, folks, Miss Jen has a goal of 10 super chats tonight. Let's make her a winner. Ding, 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 ding. Miss Lil is checked in. How you doing, Miss Lil? Raven Maniac says, I have to be ready to read his now. Hello, see, I'm already messing up. Hold on. Hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen, KB Mommy, and the Mods. Why KB always get us by herself? KB, why you always get one by yourself, KB? And the Mod Squad. I'm over here in the Gatekeepers Gallery, patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the day, waiting for y'all to spill the tea. Miss Lil says, good afternoon to you guys. And let's see who else we got. Lightning Storm has checked in. Hey, Lightning Storm, how are you this evening? And Mr. Raven Maniac kicked us off with a super chat for $1.99. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Veronica Webb is also in the building. Hey, Veronica. And Blatant Truth. Hey, Blatant Truth. And Jazzy Poetess 1. Hey, Jazzy Poetess. Veronica says she's driving, so she can't be responding too much right now. That is unless y'all kick off a good argument. Then she going to have to pull over. And have her say. Drive safe, sis. Miss Lil is also one of our new members. Thank you so much, Miss Lil, for becoming a member. And let's see, am I missing? I said Blatant Truth, right? Yes. And Des the Bomb is in the house. Hey, lovely gatekeeper for our beautiful host. Des the Bomb is also one of our members. Let's see, who else do we have? E-Daddy says, one of the best weeks of all times. We are in the new era. And for once, the Duprees are facing a two-way uphill battle. Yes, they are. And I can see the teams lining up too. I can. Somebody says, hey, Lulu. Now, did I skip Lulu? If I did, hey, Lulu. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's Lulu. Hey, everyone. Good to see you. Also one of our members. Let's see. Belinda Hill says, Miss Jen, gatekeepers, Tony. She says, of course, she hit the like button on the way in. That's our officer of the like button. Don't make her turn her sirens on. Hit the like button. Karina Thompson says, hello, everyone. I think I found my BTG family right here. Yes, you did. You know, we are family over here, dear. We have a cookout every Friday. You just have to bring something. You do. Do you make German chocolate cake? If you do, bring that. I do enjoy a good German. I mean, a good one now. A good one. Check your text. Okay. My text message. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so this is for afterwards. Okay. All right, don't let me forget that because let me put my phone back where I had it. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got. KB, don't let me forget to refer back to that when we get to the end of this, okay? All right, let's see who else is it. Redhead Cat, I almost scrolled right past you, girl. Wait a minute, what's not letting me? Okay, there we go. Hey, Redhead Cat, how are you? And let's see who else we have down here before we get started. I think that's it. I think that's everybody that's checked in down there. Okay, KB, I see you. I love a good German chocolate cake too. Never learned how to make one though. I did, and I do everything from chopping up the nuts to roasting them to, the whole 9 yards. But that's an expensive cake to make. Whenever you tell somebody to make you a German chocolate cake, baby, let me tell you something. It's a lot of work in that cake. That's why it tastes so good. That's why it tastes so good. All right, y'all. So anyway, we're gonna get ready to get started so we can get to y'all. I'm waiting to hear what y'all talking about. That's what I want to know. What's all this down here? Hold on. Let me get them about. You know what? I'm about to get nosy now. Let me see. Okay, now hey. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I'm staying out of that. Hey, Shine B. Hey, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I thought, no, we just started. So you actually right on time. You're actually right on time. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Today's episode was the 118th episode, written by Michelle Valjean, Robert Guzer Jr., Teresa Zimmerman, Danielle Page, and directed by Fido Xavier, who is what I like to refer to as our friend to the show. Okay, one of the directors on the show, who's done some. You know what's really funny? Remember when he first stopped by here and he said he was doing like episode 100 and something, and I was thinking, oh, that sounds so far away, and they just wrapped up filming the 200th episode. That's crazy. Time is really flying. It is really flying. Okay. And it's getting better and better and better and better. Because everything y'all thought was going to happen. Some of it did, some of it didn't. They switched it up on us, made us sharp. Made a sharp right hand turn. Had y'all sliding across the seat in your car. Because we thought we knew where this car was going, but baby, we did not. We did not. Now, if Fido should happen to pop up in this chat, I know somebody better let me know he down there, because y'all know I can't look down there and read the paperwork. Okay? Because I got to click pictures. I got to look at what's happening over here. Somebody better call my phone, not text me, because it only lights up for a second for a text before a call. I see that coming in. So Linda, you better call me so we can give the proper greetings over here now. You know, we don't like to be ignoring people over here. All right, let's get started because I'm ready to gossip. Y'all ready to gossip? I'm ready to gossip. Okay. I'm ready to gossip. All right, here we go. So the show kicks off with, why is this picture up here first? Let me do this one first. Okay. So the show kicks off. Let me take this off this paper. Because I swear I can't see. You know how you get excited, you about to start talking about stuff you ain't got no business. Then all of a sudden you can't even see what you're trying to see. Because you're being too doggone nose. Let me move my light. Being too doggone nose, just so doggone eager. Okay, so Ted comes to Eva's door. And she opens up the door. Where is this picture at? Let's see. No. Hold on. Did I really skip that picture? Never mind, because her mama showed up shortly. But anyway, Ted comes to Eva's door and she opens the door. and says that she was like, "What did my mama do now?" And he was like, that's a shame. He says, you always waiting for a tornado to land, hoping that it's not going to land on top of you. He says, and that's crazy that you've been holding your breath all your life with your mother. Do y'all not realize that that's the kind of existence that poor Eva has had? That could you imagine having a mama that's always doing something? Always doing something? What is it now? What is she doing now? Why are you out there talking to people like that now? What is it? What now? Myrtle Tinster? Myrtle Tinsler, let me get this right quick because you're new down here to the chat. We got to give you a proper welcome, honey. A proper welcome before we kick it off. We are very proper over here because it is very up. These Duprees are very upper crust, and therefore we have to give you a proper upper crust welcome.
Hey.
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough. Be seated.
Please be sure to share your crumpets and your tea with our new member, Myrtle Tinster, and be kind. Be kind. But we are a kind group over here, so you'll love it over here. You will. All right, let's get back up to these pictures. Okay, so he was talking about how it's a shame that this child has had to spend her life sitting on edge because her mama is her mama. I couldn't imagine my mama every minute, every moment of the day doing something, scamming, stealing, trying to put stuff in people's IV drops, running folks off the road with a motorcycle, 9,000 wigs. Child, how do you rest? How do you rest? Well, Eva says, well, she wasn't always like that. She used to be really fun. Like she was more like a sister to me. Like, it was just a lot of fun at first. But then her stepfather passed away and the money dried up, and that was that. And Ted hopes that one day she can be a part of a true family, his family, and invites her to be his date for Kat's party. Child. Now I understand, Ted. I get it. That's a cute thing to do. But Kat don't want this girl at her party. She don't want this girl at the party no more than somebody want a stink bomb at the movies. We don't want it. We don't want it. She don't want it. So stop trying to force them together. Even one day they'll get together and they won't. I don't know where Miss Elaine T at this evening. Okay. Now Chelsea Cat is nervous about this launch party. And what's funny is like she just kept feeling like something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go wrong. And she's usually so upbeat and positive. So I didn't understand why she thought something was gonna go wrong, but oh well. Okay. I thought I saw something else. This is why I can't be looking at the comments, because I get all like, what, Ted in here? Okay. All right, but anyway, she's all nervous about the launch party, and Chelsea says that to quote Dr. Montgomery, she told me, and Madison said this. You know how it is when you like somebody. Madison said this, and Madison said that, and Madison said, and Madison said, and Madison said. Marsha. So that's basically what our conversation was. So she's like, but Kat is trying to encourage her that things are going to be a success. Don't worry about it. It's going to be a great night. She's trying to get them all hyped up, and they in there screaming Chelsea Cat and all of that. Do y'all like the name Chelsea Cat? Belinda Hill said it's 29 likes and 50 viewers. Please hit the like button. Don't make me gotta sing. I don't want to sing a song tonight. But anyway, do y'all like the name Chelsea Cat? Think about it. It's a Chelsea Cat purse. I don't know. What's that? Those shoes, Chelsea Cats. I don't know. But to this young generation, maybe it's Kurt, not cute, but Kurt. Maybe it's Kurt to them. I don't know. Veronica said her hands are free now, so she can. Okay. Now, at the Dupree compound, Naomi and Danny have arrived, and then Nicole. And there is news to share. Anita tells them there's something I got to tell y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Eva turns down Ted's generous offer to accompany him to the shindig. And she says, and then she said herself that she knew that her sister did not want her there. She says, I know my sister doesn't want me there, so there's no need me even going to that. She don't want me there. But you go ahead and you have a nice time. So before they can even get through, there's a knock on the door, and it's her mama. It's her mama. And so her mama came in there and saw Ted, and she looking him up and down and whatnot. And Ted was like, I'm about to go. And so she wanted to invite Eva to come and go out to dinner. And she was like, okay. She said, I want to take you dinner and shopping. And Leslie, listen, girl, you already got $950,000 left from the million that you started out with. I'm sorry. And $32.72, right? And after the down payment on the house that you cannot afford, you're going to be what? About $500,000 in one day? You done spent $500,000 and then you talking about staff, paying the bills, the taxes. Girl, I know, okay. I thought they said she'd get a payment out once a year. Is it once a year, once a month, what is it? Y'all find out for me. Because, girl, you already $500,000 down. And it's 24 hours ain't even lapsed. You should want to see now one more designer dress. Not no couture. What I need that for? Now, Eva turns, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the same thing again. So here's something I thought was interesting. This is Eva's family. Her mother, her father, and her. Yay! We might not get to see that together too much, but that's our little family. Yeah. All we need is Cat to slide in there. And Martin. Mm-hmm. Now, Anita tells the girls that she is in charge of the girls. I don't know why that popped in my head. But Anita tells the girls that, let me see. I will just use, is that the right picture? Never mind, we'll just use it. Okay, so Anita tells the girls all about the trust and how much it's grown, and it's got a lot of, she's rich. And that Leslie now has money. She's Barbara's heir. And even Leslie don't know how all this happened. Even Leslie don't know why Leslie rich. Leslie don't know. She don't know. But they can't believe it. But girl, it's true. It's true. She rich. Now, Leslie done made her reservations. Leslie has made reservations at the country club. And Eva said, hold on, I'm trying to figure out why my pictures are out of whack. Sometimes this happens in StreamYard because I go over them 2-3 times to make sure they're in order, but sometimes they're not. Okay, I'll leave it here. So Leslie has made reservations at the country club, and Eva said that Eva said, oh, I thought this was cute. Eva said, why are you trying to be down there at the country club for? You know you got to be a member. And she was like, oh, but we are a member. And Eva said, I ain't got time to be sitting up here waiting for you to go through your wig collection so that we can get thrown out of there, mama. I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time for all of you to go through your wig collection, for you to pick out a wig for us to go down there as a disguise, trying to get up in that country club. And that's when she told her, oh, no, dear, we are now members. We are members. As of this afternoon, and she wants Eva to come celebrate with her because she about to order the whole menu and put her pinky up as she does. I was like, okay then. I guess y'all about to be sitting up in there looking all proper. Okay. They about to be in there like, I have another crumpet, sir? Sir, may I have another crumpet, sir? Thank you. Thank you. But Leslie, I do want you to remember one thing. At the country club, we do not sip our tea loudly. No, darling, that would be a silent sip. Silent. Now, Kat leaves out early to go to the launch party, and she's gonna leave. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to my pictures. She's gonna leave Chelsea behind while she does that. Okay. So again, all of this done is going on in Chelsea's conversation. To me, she just was just, I don't know. I feel like something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go wrong. And I'm thinking to myself, I'll come back to that later because I'm trying, why are they building up to like this girl? You know what? Let me tell you something, Chelsea. Let me tell you something, Chelsea. Girl, I got a feeling that your role about to do a little bit like Laura's did. No, we didn't see that much from Laura. And when Laura came back, we ain't seen Laura no more. Hope that don't happen to you, Chelsea Cat. I hope it don't happen to you, Chelsea Cat. But anyway, she's like, she got to go. Tomas gonna help her. This is what Cat said. I got to go. Tomas gonna help me set up some stuff. I guess he can set up stuff because Lord knows he can't decorate no cakes and things. Maybe he better setting up rooms. I don't know. So she's like, she said, I'm gonna stay and dawdle behind. I got a few more things to do. And she's like, okay, but don't be late. So she thanks Kat for everything she did, and then she literally gives her some flowers. She's like, I just want to make sure that you receive your flowers, which was cute. I mean, all this setup for all this emotion coming up down the line. That's what all this is for. Oh my God. I just cannot believe that you had, that's what it's going to be. She just gave me flowers. I had just stopped by to see her myself, and we was talking about how we loved one another. It's a setup for all this emotional stuff they got to do now, I guess. But because this was just, this part right here, just this part right here, just this part right here. Thank you, KB Mommy. KB Mommy done hit us with a super sticker. Thank you so much, KB Mommy, and she's a member too, and she's a mod. She work as hard as I do over here. She did, and she do. All right. So anyway, when she finally leaves, when Kat finally gets out. Her dad, she goes out the sliding door, and then when she went out the door, there was a shadowy figure that passed by the door. Now, before y'all say that was Kat leaving, I watched it carefully. Kat's shadow disappeared, and then this shadow came from the other side. And I thought, ooh, is that Mrs. Couple out there about to get you? Is she about to get you? And then I got questions about this whole abduction. Okay. Because they getting ready to say Leslie did it because she got some money. Leslie ain't adopted this child. But anyway, she might would have got Kat, but she don't need this child. So anyway, Bill comes in with his big old fine self. Look at him in his blue suit. Look at him. Look at him. And Bill said that he just wanted to come by and wish her luck before the party and everything. And now I found something interesting in here, but watch this. Let me finish. Then I'll get to that. He said that he wouldn't be able to make the launch party. Haley wasn't going to be there either because she wasn't feeling her best. She's still recovering from Invisalign disappearing, and who wasn't here in the first place. Little Casper, the friendly ghost baby, gone. Girl. He said, I just wanted to stop by. You are my baby. I love you. I just wanted to stop by and wish you luck on this thing. And she was like, oh, that's like, one thing, Bill hold composure. His voice changes and everything when he talking to his daughters. He loves his kids. He just ain't worth a doggone. He just ain't worth a doggone. Belinda Hill says, warning, hit the like button. I'm pulling you over in 2 minutes. 31 likes, 51 viewers. Please hit the like. Well, let me hit it on my other device. You done scared me now. Let me stop and hit it on my other device. We got 32 likes, 51 watching. Do that mean it's 32 likes? Do that mean it's a whole 20 of y'all up in here and ain't hit that like button? Now, I know somebody was in the car driving. That's okay. I know sometimes people be at work. That's all right. But the other 15 of y'all, huh? Hit the like button. So listen, here's the part that I wanted to sidebar that happened with Bill and Chelsea. Hit the like button, please. So here's the thing that I wanted to say about that, right? Bill said to Chelsea that he wanted to thank her and Naomi for the flowers that they sent to Haley. Did y'all hear what I said? Bill wanted to thank Chelsea for the flowers that she and Naomi sent to Haley. Why is Naomi sending hell? I mean, how far we gonna play into this whole foolishness? Girl, you sent her flowers. Well, why don't you just get a baby registered together? Get a sympathy card and send it out. What are we doing? You ain't even told your mom about this girl was lying yet. Yet you sending, you got time to send flowers. You in the room with your mama today, did you lean over and say, hey, let me tell you something? Haley was lying about the whole baby mama. Girl, I'm upset with you. See, you know what, Naomi? I don't know what I think about you now. I don't know what I think about you now. And anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is that, again, as I said, these whole scenes that's happening here at the Chelsea Cat House seems like it's setting things up for napping, which it turned out to be, but whatever. Okay. Moving on. On his way out the door, Bill runs into his physician. And he's like, oh, you making house calls now? What you doing over here? Now, why is it your business where she is? She can't be friends with your daughter? She can't be nowhere but the hospital? You don't own this doctor after she clock out? I don't think doctors clock out, but you know what I'm saying. And I'm absolutely loving these wide shots that we got during this show. We got a lot of wide shots. Let me show you. We got this one. Everybody in the room. We got this one. Everybody in the room. This one. Everybody in the room. And a lot more of them. And the reason why I like the wide shots to happen is, hold on. What in the hoopity dog just happened here? Hold on, y'all. Because I done something and now I can't undo it. What is going on? Oh, Lord, hold on. Okay. All right. We're almost back. Okay, there we go. My screen just went crazy for a second. Okay. But anyway, the wide shots, I like them for a variety of reasons, right? So for one thing, it allows us to see what everybody's expression is at the moment that something happens or when somebody's saying something. This one was surprised. That one was looking like, oh, please. So I appreciate the wide shots. And then it makes it easier because sometimes it's just on this person, then on that person, then on this person, then on that person. So I have to really work hard to find pictures to put up for the discussion. So I thank you very much, Fido, for that. Fido for that. I think it's Fido. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate you big time. Now let me turn my chat back on. Oh, hold on. Okay, I see. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna finish with this paper, then I got you. All right, so Danny has faith, because they done told them about the money. Okay, so Danny has faith, though, that her ex-husband, Bill, is exactly the man that they need to get the job done of dealing with Leslie. And she's like, because when it comes to being backhanded and low down and doing dirty tricks and stuff, can't nobody beat Bill. Bill is the best. Bill is the best. And Naomi said, well, I don't know. I think we need, no. Nicole said, well, I think we need a second opinion. Naomi, what do you think? And Naomi said, well, especially since she's already gotten the first check, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. But y'all know Bill over there trying to figure out how he can undo all this mess. And I got a feeling that he gonna figure it out. All right, y'all. I ain't want to do it, but you did it to yourselves. We got 55 people watching and not enough likes. So let me see. It's 36 likes from what I see here. Let me refresh so that I'm sure. I like to know what I'm talking about. I don't want to do the notification thing. All right. All right. So there are 37 likes, 55 watching. So we're going to have, if we at 38, it needed to at least be 42. I'm not even going to go you big, okay? We need at least 42 likes in here, at least 42. So let's see if we can get it. Let's just do it. How about that?
Hey, you, hit the like button.
Now, just as a sidebar for myself, I'm literally sitting in this chair tired as I don't know what today. But when I make a commitment to something, I like to see it through. So I'm tired. I put in a lot of work on trying to get this done today for you, for me, for everybody. Asking you to hit the like button should not be too much to ask. It's just hitting the like button. Even if you another content creator and you over here watching in the bushes, hit the like button. Because whenever I check out any other YouTuber's page, I hit the like button, whether if I liked it or not, whether if I watched it all the way through or not. I don't have time to these days, but I'm just saying, hit the like button. It's the right thing to do. We at 38 still. Are y'all waiting on me? I'm waiting on you. We still at 38.
Hey, you! Oh, where's you going? Where's you going? Where you click like? You don't follow me? I don't care. Click like. You don't be scrolling past my stuff. Click the like and the share and stuff right now. Right. Hey, you! I love you. Click it.
And we still at 38. Okay. All right. In the meantime, let me play this song that I owe you guys for the super chats. Thank you very much for the super chats. I appreciate y'all big time. Here you go.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Thank you all so much for the super stickers. Let me go up here and find who they were again so I can. KB Mommy gave us a $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, KB Mommy and Raven Maniac 1. Thank you also very much for the super sticker. And to Miss Lil Harding, thank you very much for becoming a member. I appreciate you very much. It helps us to make our way on to the 30 for 30 challenge. All right. Now, here's what I think I'm going to do because I'm tired today. Okay. And she works too hard to have to beg for some likes. So I'm going to sum this thing up this way. Then we're just going to open up the lines. That's what we're going to do. How about that? Because I'm telling y'all now, I'm tired today. So what I thought about the episode that happened today, let me pull the pictures back because looking at the pictures may help me recall the things that were just highlights to me. I thought that this moment with Tomas and hold on, let me take this comment down. Hold on. Oh wait, I gotta. because I don't want it to be in the way right there. Okay. All right. So I thought that this moment with Tomas and with Kat and Eva was really interesting. And what I thought that was interesting about it was the expression on Tomas's face. Because again, you can see that he does not like this part of Kat's personality where she feels like she has to pick at people who she thinks are beneath her. And at this point, Leslie has said that she was a member and she thought that it was so funny that she was just something that she would laugh at. Oh, Belinda, I got it because I'm done with the review. Now I'm just going to hit these pictures and open up the line. So, because, it shouldn't be this hard to get a like. Should not. Should not. All right. So, listen, after that, let me look through the pictures and see what else I thought was an interesting highlighted moment. Oh, I thought this was cute too when Eva and her mama kind of was acting uppity and danced their way up past them going into the country club. I thought that was cute too. Okay, because I can give you the kind of review that I think doesn't deserve a like. So that's where I'm at with it today. Because I done been 118 episodes solid, 118 episodes in a row live, and it shouldn't be that hard to get a like. Not today. Not today. I ain't in the mood today. How about that? Okay. So, and this Belinda fault. This Belinda fault because Belinda the one pointed out. But I'm still gonna open up the lines and let y'all come up and talk. Okay. Let me see what else. Oh, this. See this right here? This right here was a very telling moment to me. This shot right here. I love this shot because it sums up everything I think that's going on with Nicole right now. Nicole is over it. Nicole is tired. Nicole is changing. She is. Nicole is changing. You hear me? And right here is almost where you can see all of that going on. Hold on one second. Let me take that down. Okay. And right here is where you can see that that's very much the case. Let me get back over to the live comments because there's one I want to leave up. But anyway, let me look at these pictures and see if there's anything else I want to say because ain't no need me reviewing. I'm going to let y'all have it today. All right. Okay. All right. You can cut. Hold on. Let me see what Var just said. You can cut the chat when you don't get the like you want, but you can leave it open. You can cut the chat when you don't get the like you want. You can just leave it open to just the members. That kind of stuff is coming down the line for sure, Var. It definitely is. And good to see you this evening. Oh, Lord, I did the same thing to my thing again. Hold on. I need you to go back. Okay, thank you. That definitely is coming. But what I'm saying is that the review ain't getting no like. So let me move on to the other part. I'm such a horrible host. Okay. Anita. Oh, this is something else I thought was interesting too, right? I thought it was interesting that Ted and Leslie was giving each other the stare down across the room. Now, of course, it's starting out like I can't stand you, but that's how a lot of stuff gets kicked off. No, so either these two are destined to start liking each other, or these two are destined to start working together because the teams are being set up. The Duprees then put Bill outside of the circle. Ted is outside of the circle. Leslie's outside of the circle. These people are gonna have to gather together. The other thing that I wanted to mention that I thought was interesting that happened today, we hit these highlights and then we're done, is that This is the second time that Vanessa has more or less stabbed her friend in the back for some money. She's here to deliver the bad news, but it ain't stopped her from getting her a commission off of the bad news. I don't know if that's a friend, Nessa. I just don't know. With as much money as you have, did you need this extra to sell this woman a house across the street from us? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay. Anything else I wanted to hit? Let me just look at these pictures, which I took the time to do, but see, I'm about to see all that stuff ain't necessary. Okay, so let's get to next week's clips. In next week's clips, I find it interesting that this girl ended up in a whole misery situation, like I said she was going to end up in, which is really sad. Also, Leslie is over here buying a house, but she's eyeing Ted down across the room. Very interesting. Also, something to look forward to is the fact that Bill has to physically pick Leslie up and carry her out the house. Physical contact. Interesting. And also, real talk, I need you to look away, girl. Look away. Because this moment right here is about to lead to some things you ain't going to like. That moment right there. I don't want to see it either, but it's going to lead to some things you're not going to like. All right, you guys, with that, I am going to open up the chat. And let's see. Here you go. Gatekeeper. Wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on, you guys. This one. The lines are now open, and you know you want to gossip, so
Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
come on up here. You know you want to gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
All right, you guys can hear me? Let me take this picture down. Let me make sure you can hear me here. Give me 1 second here. Let me edit this. We are officially in our Friday night fish fry. And I've dropped the link, so you guys are more than welcome to come on up. So I need to play something right quick just to make sure it's playing in my earphones. So let me choose the membership thing. We're still in the membership drive. I need 30 memberships in 30 days, and hopefully we'll be able to make it. Here you go.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
I tried it.
Welcome to Membership Island.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership. So shh, tell them Richard.
Let me in here.
Okay. So I think on Friday nights, I'm not going to do a review. I think we're just going to have open panel discussion on Fridays. And we can just talk about what happened. That way it will give me some time off as well, because it is a lot of work to rush around and watch the show and take notes and take pictures and crop pictures and upload pictures and all that different stuff. It's a lot. Because it takes hours and hours and hours out of my day. So, and for all of that and have to beg for a light for the video and you here watching, Consistently? Mm-mm. It don't make no sense to me. So we'll do that, and then what I will spend my time doing is working on the stuff for the membership. And that's not to say everybody else doesn't matter. That's not what I mean. But what I'm saying is, yeah, that's yeah. And I'm gonna let it go now. All right, Miss Lil, I see you back there. I've dropped the link for you guys, so let's see if I can paste it again. Can I paste it one more time? Yeah, when she said Billy Goat, that was funny. Hey, KB Mommy, you can grab the stuff that you had on that you sent me on the phone, and you can come up and ask some of those questions. I think I need a night off. And then that way I can be like, that matches them likes. When I say I think I need a night off, it's not because I'm stressed. It's because I'm just saying. Then I can be like, ooh, that matches nobody wanting to like it. You know what I'm saying? So I just take a night. I'll take a night off. Let y'all have it. There we go. That works for me. All right. So once we get 1 or 2 more people backstage, I'm gonna start letting everybody in. Let's go hang out. I see you. I know you're back there. Oh, I am tired. I went to bed, what, at 5 o'clock this morning? All right, let's see. Did not blow your mind this time. Did not. Did not blow your mind this time. Did not. Do I need to drop the link for you guys again? All right, Miss Lil, welcome to the stage. How are you this evening?
Thank you. Fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Welcome, E Daddy. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
How did you guys' week go this week?
Oh, Beyond the Gates was amazing this week. One of my favorite weeks of all time.
Why'd you enjoy it so much?
Because we got to see Leslie go from rags to riches. It was amazing seeing those Duprees eat crow.
But do you think she's gonna go broke fast?
She might, because she doesn't know how to spend that money now that she has it. She doesn't know how to manage that money now that she has it. And
How
she's
often
already
is she?
spending it on lavish things.
How often is she supposed to get money?
I don't know. And that might be the silver lining to the Duprees, that Leslie is so narcissistic and thinks about herself that she's going to spend everything, and that means she'll be right back to broke. But that's pretty much the Duprees' only hope at this point, because trust me, if Leslie was an investor, they would have been done. But I don't see Leslie as the investing type. And I'll be right back, all right?
You know what? I'm just talking and forgot that I had muted my mic. I'm like, Bar 40, you don't hear me? You don't hear me? How you doing?
Oh, there you go. Hello.
How's your evening today?
Everything is good. I have nothing to complain about.
Well, that's good.
Life is great.
Okay, great. How'd you enjoy the show this week?
Um,
was a very interesting week.
Hmm.
It kind of gave me everything that I was looking
Which
for the
was?
most part. Just the whole drama with Leslie receiving the money. I was shocked that the payout was only $1 million, and the level of which she's spending to is not really matching that $1 million check, and it's just weird. I don't know if they play with different kind of money on the show or not.
I was
Because
thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing because how can you be behind the gates? You only got your first installment payment for $1 million. Those homes you would probably have to pay a half million down just to move in.
yeah, they probably like 2, 3 million or more dollar homes, and even the fact when they're dealing with the money thing, when Doug only owed $200,000, and he was so worried about that, I was shocked by that. Now that's a lot of money to me, but it seemed like to them that should be pennies.
Unless the trust is paying the down payment.
Oh, maybe so then. Maybe so.
You know what I
Yeah.
find amazing about this plot? You know what I find amazing about this plot line? It reminds
Hmm.
me of the Gilded Age because the new money is sitting across from the old money,
Hmm.
and then they're mentioning old money and new money, and obviously the old money is the Duprees,
Hmm. Yeah,
and the new
this is
money is
definitely
Leslie's money.
interesting.
So just like in Gilded Age, new money's trying to compete against old money,
Uh-huh.
which means old money is in trouble.
Okay, hold on one second. Hey, Sean B, welcome to the stage. I think you're muted. She might be busy right now. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you think that it's okay for Vanessa to be profiting off the house sales that directly and negatively affect her best friend and best friend's family?
Absolutely not.
You would be mad with your friend?
Absolutely not. Yeah, you can't do that to a friend. She has enough money. You can't really count other people's pockets, but you can't do something like that to a friend. She shouldn't even want to be associated with Leslie. She should kind of dismiss her like Ashley did. Ashley didn't want no parts of Leslie at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean Mona?
No, Ashley, that time when they was in Ortho Jeans, her and what was her
Oh,
boyfriend name?
yeah, Derek.
Yeah, Derek. They got to the point where Derek had to get up and be like, "I will escort you out of here," because Ashley didn't want to hear nothing she had to say.
That's true. I was thinking about Mona at that time. She told her, she was like, we can't be friends no more.
Yeah, that part. But Mona definitely has a legitimate gripe directly against
Oh
her.
yeah.
You know, Ashley didn't have a direct gripe towards her, and neither did. Oh God, why am I drawing a blank on the names? The realtor,
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Vanessa,
Yeah, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Hmm.
And remember, Vanessa is getting big bucks because she's laundering money for Joey. So she gets
Hmm.
20%. I think that's what her husband demanded. They get 20% of all the money they launder for him. So they should be rolling in the
Oh,
money.
okay.
Absolutely. The accountant even stated that she had a high influx of money, and it's going to be hard to explain where that money was coming from.
That's right.
Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, she like who was this? Somebody says she's spending money like she's a billionaire, and she's not.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Girl, you're
She's
not.
not.
She's not even a
It's
millionaire no
gonna run
more.
out.
She's not
No,
even a
no.
millionaire no more because she spent $1.
That's right.
She's just
That's right.
proven that when you're not accustomed to money, you don't really know how to manage it. Now, people who are accustomed to money, the first thing they would look for is an investment person to help them to invest a certain amount of their money. Like when she gets some monthly payments or however often they come, she's not looking for the future at all. She's just
I
walking
just said
around
if she
pointing
was
her.
an investor, these Duprees would be in trouble. But she's not. She's
It's,
just a narcissist, and all she thinks about is how to spend the money.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's
it's
not.
funny because. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Var.
No, what I was about to say is people use that a lot of times as an excuse, but you probably could have got away with that in the '90s, talking about I don't know anything about money or what to do. But she knows what she should be doing. She's letting her impulses get in her way, because you know you can't spend money like she's spending money. And even if you never was taught that, I'm sure you saw it on TV or heard about it or something in your lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not a woman that has patience. She likes things to be done right away. Look at when she told Eva that she couldn't pay her utility bills, but we saw her online looking at those dresses and purses.
She lacks impulse control.
She better learn how to buy from them discount houses that had them same expensive clothes.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's
You know,
right.
it's like that's like buying a car brand new. The minute you drive it off the lot, it's decreased in value. You know,
That's
rich
right.
people don't spend their money on things that decrease in value. That's not what they
That's
do. But
right.
then again, we do have to say this. She did buy something that is an asset, which is a house behind the gates.
That's right.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, she did.
But
But
the problem comes in as much money she's spending, she's not even going to be able to eventually pay them income taxes. But I guess that's a couple years out from now, maybe.
Yeah.
I guess,
Well,
I
well,
guess.
her income taxes might be included
Well, not
into
income
the
tax, property
escrow.
taxes. I said the wrong thing. Property taxes.
I mean, property
Mhm.
taxes will probably be included into the escrow unless it makes her monthly payment too high, and then she'll have to pay yearly.
But this is maybe what they're setting the storyline up for, that she doesn't know about money and she's going to have to learn how to manage money. And maybe somebody will step in and help her with that. You know, because I'm thinking
If
who's on the outs that might be able to help her with managing her funds. And I know Bill would be one of them.
if she
Not
would
yet.
listen, if she would
But
listen,
Bill's on
but
the
she
Duprees side.
won't.
He's not gonna help her.
He
Yeah,
ain't
he's
over
not.
there.
He's
But
not
she
against
won't
them yet.
follow.
Yeah, he's on his way to being against them though.
But you know, he is. She, her daughter has already tried to help her. She might. She's resistant to being helped. So I don't know that she's going to get any help from anyone. Even if they offered her, if they offered her how to invest, how to do this, how to do that, she just has a mind of her own.
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Very interesting. That very interesting. But so what about Nicole? Do you think Nicole is changing as a person? That she's no longer going to be the sweet one, the perfect Nicole? Because already she done come out swinging, dating her husband's friend. Because the
Yeah, I
man
think
said they've
she
been
is.
friends since medical school,
I
and they
think she
partners.
is. And I think she's very angry still.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
Hmm.
I think she's still very angry, and I think
Hmm.
she's still acting out. Even her being a therapist, she's not allowed herself to go through the grieving process and to really look at that marriage. How much did it mean to her? Is it worth throwing it away? Even though 20 years ago this happened, he kept you in the dark. Can you just punish him a little bit and take back what is yours? Because when you put yourself back on the market, you have to look at it this way. As long as you're switching around in your tight dresses and people are giving you compliments, that might be okay. But what you put 30 years into and all the love that you thought you received from this person, are you willing to throw him away?
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. What do you think, Bar? You think that Nicole is changing for the, like, really changing, or is she just acting out? He might be busy. Sean B.
Could you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, because I had it on a speaker thing. I was just talking. I don't think y'all could
Oh,
hear me.
what? No,
Yeah, so I
we
took
can
it
hear
off.
anything.
Yeah, I took it off. Yeah, I was just saying, I think she's just like really angry, but I try to empathize with Nicole, especially in the beginning, you know,
Hmm.
so much. But over time, I'm just like, I don't know. She's just doing too much. Like I said from the beginning, I never liked Carlton. And the fact he just seems like a sneaky snake to me. And the fact that he kept saying, even at the anniversary party, you remember? He was like about Nicole and being his wife, Ted's wife, and stuff like that. And he's made another comment. He would never let her get away and all this other type of stuff. And so the fact that she like targeted Carlton, and I think that was on purpose. And I get that she's hurt, you know, and stuff like that. But I also look and say it's been 20 years, and I could see if he was a horrible husband the past
Mm-hmm.
20 years, then
Mm-hmm.
okay, but
Mm-hmm.
he has been dedicated to you regardless if that was out of guilt or not. He was, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
See, but
I'm sorry, what you say?
no, I'm about to come out and come back in. I'm getting feedback.
Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can put you out of one of these.
Well,
Hold on one
I think.
second. Can I remove? Let me see, remove. Okay, say something again, Bar.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, are you still getting feedback?
Yeah, I'm getting feedback.
Okay, you can come
I'm
on,
just
come
gonna
back.
come all the way out and come back in.
Okay. All right, sorry. What were you guys saying?
Now, Carlton, to me, Carlton, is something wrong with that. You are not only a schoolmate, but you are working actively in a business with this man.
A
You have
partner.
enough of nerve. Yeah, a partner. You have enough of nerve to go to breakfast and sit across from his wife. And then, like, almost you got to give her permission that she can go and talk to her. She can be alone with her husband. Is it
Right.
okay? Whatever you would like. This is not okay. Any decent man with any kind of decency probably would be more careful, let alone a partner and a schoolmate. This just isn't okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
and
real
this
quick,
is the
oh, I'm
problem
sorry.
that I was just gonna say, and that's the problem I have with Ted because if we go a court like a bar, you know what I mean? We're coming to this whole situation. I'm about 70% on Ted's side, and over time, 30% Nicole because you keep doing too much. But with Ted, he pisses me off how he's handling it. You're so passive. You gonna let this man, your partner, okay, and all this stuff, and just go up to the table and talk about the divorce papers and all that kind of stuff. And when Carlton said,
Yep.
y'all should see the way my neck is rolling. And then when Carlton said, do you want me to leave? And all this types like,
Yeah.
as a man, as a husband, I want him to be like, it doesn't matter. No, you need to go. We about to tussle in this country club. You know what I mean? Like, no.
That's right. That's
And
right.
then the way he continuously let Leslie, I get it. She's a force of nature and stuff like that. But there's a way that you don't have to let her push past. You're a man. You know what I mean? And that's your so-called property or whatever. You're sweet and all this other type of stuff. And the way he lets other people talk to him. I just don't like it. Like I'm trying to root for you like Tyra Banks. And he
Yeah,
makes it
yeah.
so hard.
That's true. And he needs a peephole in his door because once he gets the door open, as you said, Leslie will just push past and come in.
Yes.
He needs to. Oh God.
Like she the Hulk.
Yeah, she's not waiting to be invited and she pushes past and comes in. But
Like, oh my
I
God.
think the one thing Bill was surprised tonight when he wanted to bring Eva as this date. And even Bill acted like, you're doing all of this for your daughter and not for your wife. Because I think Bill is smart enough to see that this bond that's obviously is forming between Eva and Ted might be something too that would push Nicole off. Because I really believe Nicole likes Eva and she's almost on the verge of letting it go, her spying on her.
Agreed.
But Eva loves Nicole. She told her mother, I love Nicole. And she told her
Mm-hmm.
dad she wants to see them get back together. So she loves Nicole.
And she
Yes.
told her mother today, I'm not like you. She said, I'm not like you, Mom. I don't get off on making people mad and doing all this crazy stuff that you do. I don't enjoy
No,
that. I don't like
no.
that. And then Ted had to acknowledge also that, with the way her mom is, that Nicole, I mean, that Eva's had to spend her life on edge every day because you never know what
That's
this woman
right.
done
You
got
know,
into.
that's
Yeah.
true. You don't know who's
Yeah.
gonna come home. One of those wigs will change the whole personality.
hmm Now, I got a question about Bill and Danny for you guys, right?
Can I say something real quick
Yeah,
about the
go ahead,
Nicole
Bar.
thing?
Uh-huh.
Before you change, I was trying to say before I realized that I wasn't on anymore. It's just the fact that, like I said last week, she's nobody's not suggesting any type of therapy, and Nicole does seem like she's getting bitter and bitter as the show goes on.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's like no one in the family is even suggesting some type of
Mhm.
therapy lessons. If not just for her and Ted, for her by herself.
Well,
Agreed.
she is the therapist, and a lot of times we don't see ourselves the way others see us. But I
But
would think she.
therapists tend to have their own therapist, from what I heard.
Yeah,
They
they
do.
do.
No, that's not what I'm
Hmm.
talking about. They'll have their own therapist. But what I'm saying, it seems to me those symptoms that she is presenting with, she would know enough to know that she needs some outside help. I understand she won't be her own therapist, but she could have some outside help. Because the other day, when she cheered her mom on for slapping the taste out of Leslie's face, the old Nicole would have never done
Right.
that.
I was thinking the same thing, Miss Lil. I was like, really? But then I recalled, how she strangled her. I'm like, yeah, this is the new Nicole. So I forgot.
And she did pop off now.
Yes.
Okay, so
Now
here's
Leslie deserved it.
welcome to the stage, Linda, as well. Okay, so here's my question about something with this. Let me go and find this picture because I just want to get into the anticipation part of what's about to happen here. Ted and hold on. Okay, so Ted and Danny, right?
Bill
Usually
and
there's
Danny.
nothing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Bill and Danny. Well, that's the Ted. Okay, yeah, Bill and Danny. Usually, usually all it takes is a little bit of something going wrong, a catastrophe to happen to bring people back together, make people not be mad anymore. We know things are about to tilt over with the. So I'm saying let's line up the ducks, right? So things are about to tilt over about Haley and whatever she's pulling with this baby, right? And then Bill is also upset about how the family is treating him and about to throw him out from the circle for which he wants really bad to be in.
Right.
Danny don't really want Andre. She's not over Bill. And now this catastrophe is about to come up about their daughter being napped, because I don't think we can say it with the K. So being
Okay.
napped. Okay, so what do you see on the horizon happening with Bill and Danny?
At
The
least they're
same
gonna have to
thing.
get together and talk because Bill obviously loves his daughters. And did you see the way he was with how tender he was with Chelsea tonight? And even Chelsea admitted to him that he's not. Well, he wanted to say, "Am I the best dad?" She said, "Well, she wouldn't go that far yet, but you are the best attorney."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So those girls still love their dad. I didn't
Yeah.
realize Chelsea loved him as much. I knew Naomi. Naomi is just Bill too. It's unfortunate that she was not a boy because she really is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
She could be just like
She would
not
be
his
Junior.
behavior. Now I don't mean
Mm-hmm.
his behavior, but dating, cheating, and that kind of thing. But she
Mm-hmm.
admires the way he operates, how he stands up to people, how he gets things done. That is her dad. He is her.
Mm-hmm.
She is her dad's child.
Now, Real Talk says, I see nothing on the horizon. You are reading too much into this. I don't think so.
I kind of agree with Real Talk. Um, but
I
then
don't
Yeah,
think
me
too,
too.
so.
they've had this situation like before, consoling and talking. But then I thought about it. The difference now is that their child has been kidnapped. So I'm like, it's a little bit different.
You know what the difference is? The difference
Mhm.
is that they are about to become emotionally invested in the same situation, and it will affect no one around them the way it's going to affect the two of them.
That's
So
right.
they're going to have to lean into each other, onto each other,
Yes.
reminiscing. So do I think they about to get together? No, but something is about to happen between Bill and Danny.
Maybe they might share a kiss or something. I don't know.
Oh, they gonna share. They gonna eat a little cake. I'm telling you,
Oh my God.
That'd be
No.
funny.
there will be some cake decorating going on,
Lord
That'd be
have
so
mercy.
funny.
and it won't
I
be
don't know
on
if
the
I
pink
want to.
couch. Well, I don't think that they're gonna get back together now, but it's gonna be something.
This is like how I feel about her with Andre, even though I want, I just really have a huge problem with her playing second fiddle to Ashley when it comes to Andre. That bothers me. And,
She's not.
and
She's
I
playing the
just,
role that she chose.
yeah,
Say that
but I
again.
don't like it. I don't like
Wait,
it.
what is it you don't like? I missed it. What you say you don't like?
I don't like her. I don't like Danny playing second fiddle to
No,
Ashley.
time.
It just
Oh,
really
oh
don't. It
no,
bothers
no.
me, regardless if that's the role that she chose to play or not. I just still don't like it. It
Well, Danny's
bothers
put
me.
herself in
Why
a
don't you
position.
like it though?
But it was a commentator that said, and I can't say what she said, but she has an issue with it from the standpoint of, I think, race too, not just age, because she just went into this whole thing
That's
about how
kind of
it
what it
made.
is about me. Yeah.
Yeah, so but we can't go there. But yeah, you understand what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I
mean,
mean, I like that Danny gets her licks in, with her little subliminal, comments and stuff. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
want her to
But
like
but but
fall
but
back into this.
a melanated queen should never lower herself to be
Exactly.
yeah,
What, Miss
Exactly.
Lil?
a melanated queen
Should never do what?
never lower herself to the standards of allowing a pale person to look like they got the best of you and you're the one that's groveling.
Yeah, I think that the huge mistake that Danny is making is that she thinks she playing a player. Like you really think that you're
Exactly.
controlling what a player is doing, and really you playing into his hands. He ain't got what he want right now, so he's willing
That
to come over there and play with you. Because when he
absolutely.
get Ashley back, you'll be
Yes.
gone again. So
Yes.
are
speaking
you
Yes.
controlling the player?
speaking. I'm sorry. Speaking as a
No,
white guy, I resent those statements.
do you? Okay, but
No, I'm just
here.
playing. I'm just
Now
playing.
here's this. Wait a minute. What
I
white
was
guy?
I
Wait a
was
minute.
wondering. I didn't think you were a white guy, but
Wait. Who was the white guy? I missed something right here.
No, it
Who was the
says
white guy
speaking
she
as a
was talking
white
about?
guy, I resent those statements.
No, I was saying who was Miss Lil talking about that was white? I forgot. I mean, I
Well,
didn't
now they
hear.
was talking about how she shouldn't, I don't know, reduce herself
Ashley, yeah,
to
Oh,
Ashley because
Ashley.
of the her complexion. Let's put it that way.
Oh, well, I mean, he can have what he want.
well,
If
he
you have
can,
what you
but
want,
But she shouldn't
he
lower
can, but
herself
she should
to
never
have
lower
him and be
herself.
play
I
second
wouldn't do
fiddle.
it for a
No,
light
I wouldn't
skin, dark
share.
skin, chocolate,
Right,
brown, Asian. I ain't doing it for nobody.
you're
I'm
It just
sorry. I
sharing
don't
Yeah,
care
it's
what
something.
just
you
the
use.
fact that she's unseasoned that is the icing on the cake. It shouldn't be to any woman, period. But it's the icing on the cake. So it's like, what does she have that I don't have? Type of
a lot.
situation. And it's
I
like,
mean,
No, let me tell you
it's
something.
a
The better
lot.
question, the better statement is if that's what you want, go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
because I ain't
that's
about to
what
worry
I
about what
want.
I
That's
ain't
the
got. If
point.
that's what
That's
you
what
want,
I
go ahead.
want Danny to do.
But
And I
but but
don't
it's
Yeah, I
want
ain't
her to
not.
missing a
lower
thing.
herself.
It's not the
And I
idea who
really think
Andre
that Danny
wants. It's not the
puts a
idea who
brave
Andre
face
wants.
on.
We just don't want to see Danny make herself look like she's coming in. She's a fill in. She's a consolation.
Exactly.
You're beautiful.
but see,
All
us
Okay,
as
but
black people tend to play too much on color,
mm,
and it shouldn't matter if Ashley is white, black, or whatever, like Ms. Jen was saying. But at the end of the day, it's the fact that he wants her because he likes her personality.
it's
He
not about
likes her for her.
this is not about Andre. We take Andre out of the equation. What we're saying is that I hate to see Danny play herself as if you are a consolation prize. You are a drop in kind of
Right.
person. You don't do that. You are above that. I don't care if she's white, black, green, or gray. But I do
Okay,
understand what the commentator was saying. And I know a lot of us might have some issues with that, but we can't talk about that. We'll leave that alone. Let's let Andre go. He can do whatever he wants to do with whomever he wants to.
Right.
but real
But
quick, Andre wanted her from the beginning, and she was the one that didn't want to step out into the light with him. Now, let's rewind. Imagine if she said, I am completely over Ted and I'm ready to move forward with you, Andre. He would not be still dealing with Ashley. Him and Nicole would be in a relationship or whatever. That's what he wanted. Danny didn't want that. She wanted a filler to tide over until she could possibly get back with Bill. So she's not really like being demeaned by being second fiddle or anything. She's playing the exact role that she wants that suits her for now because she can't get into a serious relationship because she's still wrapped up in Bill.
no, I do agree with you that she did tell her sister and that she was still in love with Bill. But Andre was not. Andre was after Ashley from day one.
From day one.
He couldn't keep his
Day
eyes
one.
off of her.
But that
When
was before
they
Danny though. That was
No,
before
no,
Danny.
no, no.
No.
When they delivered that baby in the elevator, you remember that?
That's
He
Yeah, that
was
was
right.
before he
Which
had.
yeah,
one?
yeah. He
Yeah,
was
that was
taking
before he got with
pictures.
Danny, wasn't it?
No, he was taking pictures of the baby,
It was
and even
after they
I
got
gotta
with
go double
Danny.
check.
her mother found the picture on the shelf where he was giving things to Ashley, and he even kissed Ashley without permission once, and Ashley told him he couldn't kiss her. She was with Derek at the time. He kissed her one time, so it's not just Danny. Yeah, Danny might be his consolation prize, but he's had eyes for Ashley for a long time.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
and
see,
the fact that
I'm sorry.
you said about the race and all that type of stuff, it's something about Ashley when it comes to this situation that I really don't like. Because if it was Pam, I like Pamela. I really wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, maybe I'm being a hypocrite, but I really wouldn't care. You know what I mean? I just think that it's a game and stuff like that. But when it comes to Ashley, I'm like Danny. Like, she's so like plain Jane and boring, and she's so dramatic and whiny and all this stuff. Like, what
She
is it?
she she is a typical blank girl. I've worked with them, a
Yes.
lot of them, and everything just fall apart. And the man got to run to her
Yes.
and put his arms around her. He got to give her his hanky. You know, she's so fragile. Oh, I'm so weak. Oh, thank you,
But you know
Bob.
why that you know
Right.
why that now you know why that may be, and this is just for real now. The reason why that may be is because perhaps they are allowed to rest more in their feminine energy than we as women of color are
Absolutely.
allowed to rest in our feminine energy, because you
Absolutely.
always got to be the strong one, the this or that.
Yes.
But you
The
can
Absolutely.
survivor.
you can't fault them for that. Now, on the flip side of that, because I wanted to address what Real Talk said, Danny Dupree is always a second choice. That's not true. Danny Dupree has been somebody's wife.
That's right.
It's completely
Haley is a
false.
Haley is a man stealer. She was somebody's wife. Somebody did choose her. She wasn't a
That's
second
right.
choice.
That's right.
So, but what she's doing now is kind of what people do when they get out of situations. Hey, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna this. I'm gonna that. So I don't know about that, but I know that Real Talk has strong feelings about this character of Danny. But
Yes,
to
she
say that she's
does.
always a second choice, Danny was a wife. Danny,
Yes.
after getting married, became a mother. Danny gave
Yes.
up her career. I didn't realize this until rewatching something, but Danny got married at what, 19?
And she, yes,
Yes.
she left home at
And,
Yes.
and,
17.
and,
Yeah.
And can we address the simple fact that, like once again, it's like, okay, Andre was looking for a female. He wanted Ashley or whatnot. That's fine. But just because he wanted somebody else before Danny does not mean that he didn't really want Danny once he started getting into her. And Danny rejected him. Like, he wanted to be open with her. He wanted a relationship with her, even though he initially wanted Ashley, you can say, but he wanted Danny, and Danny turned him down. And if Danny
Well,
would have accepted him, they would have been in a relationship.
well,
They might have.
I'm not disagreeing with the fact
And
that
that to me would be a problem
he
because
did
his
want
I. I'm
he
sorry,
did
Miss Love.
want to be with Danny. However, what I am talking about is the fact that he wasn't that sold out because he was making obvious passes at Ashley
Exactly.
at the
Because
nurse's station.
he's been
Yes.
getting
And
rejected
that's
from the
exactly what
beginning
I was
from
about to
Danny
say.
though. So he's been if he's constantly getting rejected from Danny, and he knows that it's no future there because she's still wrapped up in Bill, then why would he would be a fool to kind of fall in love with Danny after the fact.
I agree
Like,
with
y'all
that.
want him to fall in love with Danny, to devote
No,
himself to
No.
Danny.
I
I do
didn't.
not want him to fall
I
in love
didn't.
Not
with Danny.
everybody. No, I'm just saying in general.
I do not
Yeah.
want him to fall in love with Danny. That's
Mm-mm.
not what I'm
That's
talking
not a
about.
good
I
match.
don't believe that they
I
should
agree.
even be together. But what I
Then it's
am
only-
saying, his fascination with this girl
It was
started
from the
from
Yes.
day
beginning.
one.
One,
The
right. It was
day
episode
When
one.
one.
they delivered the baby in the elevator, he was
Right.
carrying on. So he went up
Yeah.
to
Even
the
before
nursery
that,
and
even
took
before that
pictures.
scene,
but
Yeah.
when he
have
saw
any of
her.
y'all ever have y'all
Episode
anybody?
one, he
I'm sorry,
referred to Ashley as the beautiful nurse Ashley. That
Yes.
was episode
but
one.
have any of y'all
Yes.
ever had somebody that y'all liked that y'all may have wanted, but it just didn't work out for
Let
whatever
me be
reason it
honest.
was,
Let me be honest. Let
and
me be
then y'all
honest.
move. I'm sorry. And then y'all moved on and found somebody and was able to fall in love with that person after you were so wild about the previous one. That happens.
But
So it
he
doesn't
but
matter
no.
if he had eyes for Ashley at first. Once Ashley rejected him, and even
Mhm.
in the midst of it, he still really wanted Danny too. Danny just didn't want him.
We're not.
Yeah,
I'm
and if
not
See,
they
trying to
you
would
know
get
what?
support the
I
together,
fact.
think that. Hold on
I'm
one
not
second.
trying
I
to.
think that Var makes a valid point, right? Andre thought he wanted something with Danny for real, but here's the other side of the facts, though, Var, right? Danny was preoccupied in the mind with Bill.
Hmm.
He was preoccupied in the mind with Ashley.
But he was
So
willing to
Absolutely.
cut
neither,
Ashley loose.
but he really wasn't. He
No.
really
You don't
wasn't
think
no,
so?
he
because
was
no,
not.
because
He
every
never
time he
has been.
said that, he would leave Danny, even when Danny was like, "Yeah." Remember, there was a point where Danny was like, "Okay, let's make it a go," and
Yes.
he left her. He left her, went straight to Ashley talking
Yep.
something different. So
And,
what I'm saying is that both of these people were in rebound situations.
and
Both of
he
them
But
would
the
were.
go over
goat,
to
but the
the
goat.
table when they would be out. When Ashley, Derek, Naomi, and Jacob would be out, he's hanging around their table. Andre has always been after Ashley. I'm not saying that he should be with Danny. I don't think they should be together either. That's beside the point. Let's just look at the day he saw Ashley. And who does this? They delivered the baby on the elevator. They should be congratulated. They should be given an award. All of that. He went up to the nursery. He even took pictures and she had a folder on her shelf when her mother went over there when she moved in with Derry, and her mother found the folder. Oh yeah, Andre, he been pining for her for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the thing
and when
about
Danny.
it is, the thing about it is he had a 3-1 lead with Ashley. It's something another commentator said. It basically means that he had Ashley all to himself. He had the advantage, and he just fumbled the ball.
Yeah,
And now he has
I
to
think
start
that
all
they,
over
I
from
think that
square
they both,
one.
I think that they both were a soft place to land for each other. But at least with Danny, she was honest from the beginning and said, "I'm not over my husband." But as I always
Yeah.
say, how could she be? She did not. They didn't just get a divorce. He up had an affair with a girl in her house, left and
Mm-hmm.
got with the girl and married it. It was like boom, 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 boom. That's the way they wrote it. So no,
That's
she
right.
ain't had time to really process that. Unless she been with this man since she was 19.
He practically helped raise her.
19. No, she's not over that. This is all she really almost know. It's Bill.
Yep, that's
Yeah, and
right.
when Danny said let's make it a go, it was like in reference to, letting people know that I'm seeing you type situation, but it wasn't a relationship. So she never was like, let's make a go out of our relationship. It was
Mm-hmm.
like, let's just step into the light together to show people
She
that,
was.
okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, she always and she never relented on this. I'm still in love with my ex-husband.
Okay, so let's
So
say it's you,
the
Var.
woman telling you that, how can you commit to that
Well, this is what I'm
ever?
asking you. Wait, but here's what I'm asking you though.
Mhm.
Forget her. Forget her. 'Cause this is what my daddy always told me. Forget what the next man talking about. What you want to do, right? So here's the question:
Uh,
if you met a woman and she told you, "I'm not available emotionally. I'm still in love with somebody else," would you continue to want her?
would I continue to want her?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But I would
Yeah.
know that it's not going to go but so far until she
Okay.
actually get over that person.
Okay.
So I
So
might have the
you may
theory
still
of
want
I can
her, but
change
would
her.
you? Okay. Oh, now see, that's what may happen. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But once a person has been honest with you at the when somebody
Hmm.
listen, you a man. So when a man tell you, if a man tell a woman, "I'm not looking for nothing serious," should she try to change him? Change his tune?
No,
I
no,
feel
No,
as though
nope,
I feel as
No, I'm
though
no.
asking you. I'm
she's
asking you as a guy. Hold on, wait. I'm not talking about her. I'm asking
Oh,
you as a man, as a guy. If if
yes.
if if a man tell a woman, "I'm not looking for
Mhm.
nothing serious," should she be expecting anything other than that?
She shouldn't expect it, but I don't think she should cut bait and run.
Okay, so
If she really
but
likes the dude.
is he wrong in the end of it? If she turned her feelings on, he's like, "Hey, I told you from the beginning what it was." Now, is he
Yeah,
wrong?
she's wrong. Yeah, she's wrong.
I says he wrong.
Oh, no, he's not wrong. If he
Okay,
tells
well,
her, I told you I didn't want anything serious from the beginning, he's not wrong at all.
well, that's what Danny did.
And I'm not
right.
saying Danny's wrong. I
Oh,
never
okay.
said Danny was wrong. Danny's right. I'm just
Mhm.
saying to everybody else on this, to the other people on the stage who was saying, Danny's playing second fiddle
Yes,
and
that's
different things
Sean.
of that nature.
And I'm
I
not
was
happy
making a
with that.
reference towards that. But
Oh,
Danny
okay.
is 100% right in how she's handling him. That's why she didn't even get upset when she found out that he had eyes for Ashley. she wasn't like
He's
mad
putting
about it.
Var. I can tell
Yes.
you what Danny is doing. Okay, she is keeping her options open. She
Mm-hmm.
has this incredible physical intimacy or whatever with Andre, and then she still
Hmm.
has this little thing with Bill. And when she tells these things to Andre, she's saying it as a joke, but it's really the truth of how she feels about the situation, and she's putting on a brave face because she really kind of doesn't want to completely be vulnerable and put
No,
her true heart out there
that's
to
that female territorial stuff that she's playing with Andre right now. I don't think she feels it because you know what? I think she got eyes for the bull from the Bold and the Beautiful. Who was that guy that came in last week?
Devin.
Did
He's
y'all
from
see
the
how
Young and
she
the
looked at
Restless.
him?
My other one,
Young and the
Devin.
Restless.
Yeah.
Did y'all see
They
how she looked at him? I think she would
Devon.
cut Andre loose to get with Devon, and I think she would also cut Andre loose to get back with Bill. But she definitely
Mm,
got eyes for that bull Devon. I could see. I
mm.
saw that from the beginning.
Well,
Yeah.
Devon is taken. He has a wife and a child.
To
Well,
Abby. Another. See,
he's
and
Yes, he
that's
playing the
what you were
same
gonna say
does.
about
character.
the
Hold up,
color.
is he the
He's
same
married
character
to
on both
Abby.
shows?
That's what I was asking.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. He
Yeah.
Oh, he
is.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's
and
married.
Abby, his wife, is white. And see, I don't have no problem with that. You said something about the race, and Abby, she can be a little snowflake, but she's not unseasoned, okay?
Hmm.
And I'm
Hmm.
okay with them, and stuff like that. And
I
somehow,
just heard a statement about non-melanated or whatnot,
oh, that
and
was just
that's what I was
the
commenting on. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Because that just makes it strictly a white thing and not
You
an
know what?
individual thing.
What's interesting is that Danny makes these statements where she calls her vanilla, this unseasoned, and all of that, but she's
Yeah,
not talking about her color. She's
yeah.
talking
She's
about her
talking about her
personality.
personality.
Right.
personality.
Yeah,
Her personality. Yeah.
but we
Yes.
use that. But those terms are used to describe white people as well. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. It's like a double entendre.
It can be, but in this in this sense, when we say that they're very vanilla, it just means that they're very blah, very
Yes,
bland, very,
born and plain.
yeah, it's very vanilla. It's like over
Mhm.
to the Martins is very vanilla because it's
But
just
yeah, my
blah,
only
blah,
pushback was
blah,
on the non-melanated situation. Like
blah.
it's
Okay.
like that shouldn't matter. But I know people have their own thoughts and views on that, so we don't even
Hmm.
have to touch on that.
Hmm. Now, when it comes to Danny, though, I do want to say this because I know sometimes people like to give Danny smoke, but here's the facts about Danny. She's not ugly. She's
No.
very accomplished. She
Yes.
comes from money. She's very smart about a lot of things, just not men. Um,
That's an
she is a go
understatement.
getter. She's got a lot of personality. She's a
Mm-hmm.
mother. She's a lot of things. So we're not gonna play her out like she's like this bottom of the barrel kind of person just because this
No,
poor
she got to
lady
pick of
comes
the
in.
litter.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying there's some that feel like she is this bottom of the barrel person because she's not that. She's
She's
anything but
not
that.
at
She
all.
just happens to still be heartbroken about losing her husband in her 30-year marriage.
And she's still beautiful on the outside. I mean,
Hmm.
physically beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, and we about to find out though, because I'm telling y'all, something about to happen between them. Not because I hope they never get back together because they don't never need to be a couple again. But it's gonna be some sneaking and a tipping.
Mm.
It's about to be that. Now I don't know. Listen here. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now, from what I can tell, Bill spends a lot of time in the gym, so
Yeah.
he can come on out that shirt if he wants to on screen. I'm all right with it. Come on out that shirt, boy, because he spends a lot of time working out. So it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Let me see what somebody's down here saying in the comment. If Danny gets with Devon, it would be Bill who? I didn't get that one. Telling a woman or a man at the beginning of a relationship that we don't want this to get serious is like a verbal prenuptial agreement. The rest of the ride is like a roller coaster ride, love ride. Andre what knew about Danny being emotionally vulnerable, and Andre lied and told her there was no one
Yep.
else he was interested in. That's true. Once
Yep.
Danny agreed to go public, Andre pulled the rug from under her with
Yep.
Ashley. Yeah, because that's what happened when she walked in on him at Uptown. He had just told her that it was a goal for them. Like they had agreed, like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And then boom, he was down there with her.
To
Them
be out in the
cold words.
public to be
I
out
think it
in
was more.
public
I think
together.
it was more than to be in public because remember
Yes.
this. Remember this. Everybody in the family had talked to him. Remember,
Uh,
Ted
Yep.
talked to him. I think Vernon said a word or two. The
Chelsea,
family had done talked to him. Yeah,
Cat.
they had done talked to him,
but
and he was
but
like,
if
"Oh,
he
don't
would have,
worry,
if he,
I'm not gonna hurt your mom. This is what I want." And maybe he did think it was what he wants since he thought he couldn't have Ashley. But when it opened up, he could have Ashley. He wanted his first pick.
but
I
see,
thought
he
that
was
was
going
so
in there.
messed up.
That was just like a temporary type of fix, if anything, because of the simple fact that you got this female that's constantly telling you she want her husband back. How can you be in a relationship? I can see you having a friendship with the person. I can see you being more than just friends, but how can you have a relationship with her when she's constantly showing you that she wants to get back with her husband? Like it would
Well, he's
never
trying
work
to do
out
it with
properly.
Ashley with Derek, and he sees
No, he's
that.
not. They broke up. They was done. They were supposed to have been
It
Oh
done.
no,
well,
no, he had
no,
asked for
they still were
Ashley
kind
the
of
first
holding
Actually,
on,
time.
being jealous, doing all that type of stuff. Andre is not
Yeah,
dumb.
no,
Why do
He
y'all
knew
think?
exactly
Why
what
y'all
he
think he like
saw.
Ashley though? Because Ashley's character is very
Exactly.
bland. No, the character
people
is
like
very
people.
bland. So why do you think he like her so much?
I know exactly why.
Why is that?
um People tend to, you just like what you like he wants somebody that's stable. He look at Ashley as being somebody to settle down with, somebody who he can probably have kids with. He feels as though she's caring, compassionate. He likes her personality. You don't have to be over the top for somebody to like you. Believe me, you can have a conversation with my wife. That's I'm pretty
Uh-uh.
vanilla, and she's over the top. So
Yeah, you know
is
what? See,
that
I'm with you on that because like
I'm vanilla.
people would think I'm about to walk in and be all like, "How you doing?" But I'm very
That's
quiet
my
when I'm
wife.
somewhere in public, as I'm quiet. So I
My
like
wife is
somebody that's
outgoing
got
and
more
boisterous.
person.
I'm in
Right,
the
that's what
corner.
I like. I like somebody like that, the opposite of me. Like you be the
Exactly.
shining.
So
Let me sit over here. Let him handle.
exactly. So Ashley is that person that he feels as though he can build a life with. He don't need somebody flamboyant and out and about and going to hit the town and be all flashy. That's not his twist.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mighty funny he came into town, after
Mm.
all that time, and it seems like he beelined for Ashley. I don't care what nobody say. I'll never forget the scene, first episode. It's like he went straight to her.
Well,
Oh
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. He
at
wanted
the
Ashley
best.
before he even slept with Danny, though. That's what I was
Yeah, he
saying from the
did.
beginning.
Yeah, he
He
did.
wanted Ashley before he slept with Danny.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
So
did.
how
He
can you
That's
knock
definitely
him for
exactly
did.
that?
what I'm
He
saying.
even
So it
kissed
doesn't make
Ashley.
sense.
He
He
even
didn't
kissed
really know
Ashley
her
without her
personality
permission. He
No,
kissed
no,
and
no,
her.
no.
how
They knew each other already. They knew
yeah,
each
but
other
he didn't
already.
know how she would be now as they're adults because it had been a while. Remember? Because they kind of grew up or something like that together.
He
He
had been
didn't know.
traveling.
Yeah, he had been
He had been
traveling or
traveling.
something like that. And he didn't really know like what adult Ashley would be like. You know what I mean? Like,
With
and the way
Dimitri,
he just
Dimitri.
really, huh?
No, go ahead.
I was just saying the way I'll just never forget. Like the first episode, and I'm just like, oh, they must be a couple or something like this is gonna happen. And then because we were just learning them first episode and stuff, and I was just like, oh, they might be a couple or something. And then as time progressed, I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I was wondering what it was at first, but they're an interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. If they were to end up together, here's what I hope. I hope that he will bring more personality into Ashley's character, more life into her character, because right now her and Derek together are just peanut butter and jelly, no milk.
Well, it started to happen just by her imagining life with Andre. It started opening her up a little bit more to
Mhm.
wanting to travel and to thinking about being a travel nurse, like she said to her mom, and different things of that nature, doing more adventurous stuff. So yeah, I could have definitely seen that happening with her and Andre. It would have opened her up a little bit more.
Yeah, but she
Mhm.
happened to open up a whole lot when she had to smoke for Shanice, and I definitely had a problem with that. That really got on
Well,
my nerves. I don't like it.
even if you move on, come on, everybody got to admit, right? Even if you don't want the person no more, and you see your ex with somebody else
I don't
fresh
care.
out, y'all don't really care.
I
Well,
don't
well,
care.
let,
Fresh
I
let
out
me
like
like a
ask
Ashley
week
you.
or
doing
two
that,
later,
Shanice.
like a week
You need
later.
to respect that is your boss. Okay,
That's
and
right.
you
No,
just
That's
sitting up
right.
here throwing tablets or whatever it is,
come
slamming
on.
stuff, doing
And
all
she
this stuff,
As her
knows.
being
boss,
smart.
she was so unprofessional. As
She
her boss,
told.
she was so
No, that is
unprofessional.
not unprofessional. What she does in her
What?
personal life has nothing to do with her. What Ashley did was unprofessional. Sitting up there
Meaning
throwing
you're
stuff,
causing
slamming stuff,
friction
the way
in
she
the.
talked to her, everything.
Ashley
You're,
told Shanice to shut up. In my place,
because
Yes.
you
Shanice
would
was getting
get
into her personal business.
you would
You
be
don't talk to
escorted out.
nobody like that. I wish somebody
That's
would
right.
tell me to shut
Whoa.
up. You
That's
out your
right.
mind.
Shut up
That's
is
right.
wrong,
I
yes.
am not no
Shut up is
child.
wrong, yes. But is it understandable? Yes. She was
And
digging
just say,
into Ashley's
Shanice, can you please get
personal
out of my
business.
business? I didn't like her tone.
No,
It was so
come
many
on,
things.
y'all.
Craig, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Oh my God. Calm down.
Listen, seriously, y'all can't tell me y'all break up with y'all dude one day and see y'all dude out with the next chick the another day, especially y'all boss. Y'all telling me y'all wouldn't feel a kind of way?
Well, let me tell you, I am not telling you how I would
Mm,
feel. My point
mm.
is, you, a professional person, does not speak to anyone like that on duty. But you specifically
But they was
cannot
talking
speak to your
unprofessionally though.
manager.
They was
So
having an
what?
unprofessional
Was having
Ashley
conversation.
an
was,
unprofessional
My
conversation
Shanice
at work. They
wasn't.
Having a
was.
relationship conversation is not professional conversation. They was having an
Mm-mm.
unprofessional conversation, and if I'm having an unprofessional conversation, I'm gonna give you my unprofessional opinion on the matter. And my opinion on the matter is,
No,
shut up
no,
and get out my business.
no,
Wait,
no.
wait, 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 wait,
Ashley
wait, Bar,
started to
Bar. Say that one
smoke.
more
I'm
time.
sorry.
If you ask my uncle, say that one more time.
I said if we're having an unprofessional conversation, I'm gonna give you my unprofessional opinion, and my opinion at the time is stay out of my business.
Okay, Bar.
Well,
This is not
there
professional.
is a way.
Bar, you keep being the
There is a way.
cape of the
There is a way.
unseasoned
There is a
bland.
way to
Want to
say
pop
I'm not
off on the
caving
pop.
for the unseasoned brand. I'm caving for what's right. Yeah, like you got
this is
to. Let's look at everything equal. It's not about her being unseasoned. That's not the conversation that we have. Let's have the conversation about what are the facts on the table. It's not about
okay.
her race. Like, let's take the race out of it because I'm
Who
sorry. Us
said
as
there's
black people
anything
always
about the
want to bring
race?
in
I
race.
said she's
You said I'm
unseasoned.
caving for the unseasoned. Come on, y'all know.
I
You know
said,
what you're
yeah.
implying
I
with
said
that.
you
Okay.
continue to
What
cape
what
for
is
the
wrong?
I'm gonna fall
unseasoned,
back.
What
the
is wrong?
bland, the plain, until she gets the smoke for her boss and throwing stuff at her and telling them to shut up, okay, and getting loud and everything. Yeah, that's
That's
what
what
I'm
I was.
We
talking
Okay.
wouldn't
That's
about.
what
use
I.
that as
All
an
That
right.
excuse.
that
Wait,
If
hold
it
that's
was
on, hold
white
on,
on
no.
hold
white,
on, hold on,
we
hold
wouldn't be
on,
having
hold
this
on, hold on, wait a minute,
conversation.
hold on,
If it
hold
That's
was
what
white
on,
on
I.
white, we wouldn't have this
hold on.
conversation.
Hello, hold on,
Good.
hold on.
That's what I was trying to say. If your boss is crossing the line, a professional person with dignity and grace and class would say to her,
Who's so
"This,
meek and
this,
mild that you
yeah,
say?
this
She
is
don't
not
have
a
dignity in
place."
the class, and
No,
neither does
no, no,
Shanice.
no, no. This is my time. It's my time now,
Uh
sir.
oh.
Wait
Good.
just one
She says
moment.
she's claiming her time,
This is
reclaiming
my
her
time.
time.
You
Go ahead,
say
Miss
to
Lil.
her, I do not want to discuss this here, and this is not appropriate. If you have something to say to me when we go to lunch, we can do it. You don't tell her to shut up. If you respect anyone, any adult, even that's no respect at all. And slamming charts and telling her to
Mm-hmm.
shut up. Shut up
Yep.
is not okay. It is not okay. It's never okay. It's 1,000% not okay.
From what I can
And
Well,
Bar,
recall,
you
now,
she
trying to
from
get
what I
talk
can
wait,
about
from
hold
what I
on,
can
hold
everything
on,
recall,
y'all. Wait, hold on. I gotta do something first. Somebody has sent the cash app. Now we got to handle some business. Hold on.
else.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
Thank you, Terry Anthony, for that. All right, you guys, go ahead.
all right. So what I was about to say is, if I can recall, she asked her to leave her alone. Shanice kept coming at her and coming at her. She asked Shanice to leave her alone. She got fed up, and that's when it came out. But she initially told Shanice to stay out of her business, if I'm recalling this right. So, I mean, we talk about unprofessional. Why does Ashley got to be professional when Shanice is not being professional? You're bringing up personal stuff on the job. We're having a personal conversation. So what? I'm supposed to restrain myself?
Now we ain't gonna lie, like now y'all know Shanice ain't had no business going out with Derek now. Y'all
No
knew she
business
had no
at
business doing
all.
it like that. They had just broke up 15 seconds
But
ago.
it's cool because Shanice is black. Let's put it on the table. It's cool. It's nothing to say because Shanice is black. And if this was black on black or white on white, this conversation would be going a little bit differently right now.
If it was like I said,
You gotta admit it.
if Ashley was Pamela and this was the situation, I wouldn't have no problem with it. I don't like Ashley, period.
Okay,
And you want to sit up here and say some, what did you say? Because I was trying to think about it before the song. You're saying how unprofessional and stuff like that, they both were being unprofessional. If you really don't
absolutely.
think how Ashley took it to a whole nother level by basically, like we said, throwing charts and plopping
If
down
you slap me, I got a right to
tablets and
punch
all
you.
that stuff. She took it
If
there.
you slap me, I
Shanice
got a
wasn't
right to
doing
punch
any
you.
of that.
Who started it first, though? If you slap me, I got
Ashley,
a right to punch you. No, Shanice started it because Shanice kept coming at Ashley about Derek. She kept trying to have a conversation with her. Ashley said, "Leave me alone about this." She kept nagging at her. So if you coming at me first, then how can you be upset when I clap back?
you don't do that. Period. I don't
Okay, so
care.
wait, I have a question for clarity. I have a question for clarity. So, Sean, I'm just asking just for clarity. So, is your argument that you feel that it was okay for Shanice to date Derek? I'm just starting there.
She didn't really date him per se. They just went on an outing, just
Okay,
like
so
Ashley
you
Punk behind did with Andre.
okay,
Okay.
so but I'm saying, are you saying that as her superior, that you think it was
Hmm.
okay that she went on a outing with Derek
Yeah, she thought he was single.
15 seconds ago?
Yes, Ashley is not her friend.
Okay, so then how come y'all don't want Nicole to go out with Carlton then?
I didn't say I don't want her to go with Carlton. I just said I don't like Carlton, period, as a character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
Hmm.
slimy.
No, I don't trust him either. I mean, if he can do that to Ted, then he'll do that to anyone.
Yes, and that's as a whole.
Now y'all. Okay
He's
then.
too thirsty for Nicole, like, and it's
But
for a
now,
reason.
but what I'm saying now, here's what I do know: real life, right? Once somebody breaks up with somebody, you broke up. Because there's some men that's like, I don't care if we did break up this morning. I'm on a date this evening. We broke up. It's over. We're done. And so I don't owe you another 24 hours. I don't owe you another 15 minutes. Some people feel like that. It's
It's
over.
not
Boom.
even
We're
about
done.
that scene. It's not about even going out with Nicole. It's from the very beginning. Like I said, where he would always make those comments. This was before all of this had came out. He was making the comments, and he continued to make the comments. This was a plan to me.
And I
He's
think that
slimy.
one of the things that, as I said before, and I realize that I am biased here, I just don't like that whining and fragile and falling apart and oh me, I'm so weak. Give me your hanky. I don't like that. That's what
Okay,
turns
well
me
let me
off.
okay, all right, then let's do it. Let's talk about on the other side of the argument, right? On the other side of the argument, we as women of color here that we're mean all the time, walk around scarling all the time. We're not friendly. Is that true? Is that not true?
I'm not like that.
I'm not either. But I'm saying I'm not. Here's what I'm saying. But where do you think
She
that
said,
comes
I'm not
from?
like that.
I think a lot of times as we as melanated women we are so protective and defensive because we feel like we have to watch our front and our backs, and
Agreed.
we've never been allowed to think that I'm protected, I'm taken care of, I'm safe in this world. This is not a safe world for me, so I got to fight my battles. I had a doctor say to me one time, uh, he was going on and on about this white nurse, and she um, had to stay because she was mandated. And he said, "Oh, this poor little so and so. Oh, she was just so upset, and she was mandated." And I looked him in his eyes, and I told him, "How many times have I stayed here?" Oh, Lil, now this was a black doctor. You are a strong black woman. I went down to his office and I told him we were friends. As long as my name is Lil and my face is black, you never say that to me again. Now you gonna tell me, well, she'll fall apart. She can't do an extra 4 hours. How many times I've been mandated and was not mandated, and I stayed over to help out. And you don't hear me whining and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, and crying and all that foolishness. I have issues with that, and I do believe it's because, as you said, Miss Jen, we've been taught we have to take care of ourselves because nobody's going to protect us and take care of us.
Yeah, it could be
All
in
that's
here.
environmental though. All that's environmental though.
Because the air freshener pod destroyed Let him talk.
Um,
What do you mean by that? In our home.
hello.
I'm
Oh,
here.
I'm hearing
I'm trying to. You
something
are. I'm
click.
trying to.
Okay.
You are. I'm trying to turn something off. And it's not turning off. Okay, go ahead.
No, I said all of that is like environmental. If you having like a race conversation about it, it depends on the environment in which you were brought up in. If you're brought up in a struggle situation with an absentee father and you have all these issues with the different streets and things of that nature, you're going to be raised with a certain edge. I feel as though a lot of black men have that edge as well. You know what I mean? But if you're raised in a situation, let's say like let's keep it on Beyond the Gates and stuff like that, they don't really have that issue that you run into with a lot of the quote unquote women that are raised in the hood. They
Mhm.
don't have that. They don't have that edge.
Well, those
So it's
Duprees
all
would be
environmental.
they
It's
would
not a
be
black
one
thing. It's an environmental thing.
they would be 1% of the population. We're
It
not
doesn't
talking
even have to be
about
the
them.
pre. It could be upper middle class. If you're raised in an upper middle class situation where you're not in those streets, I don't think that black women, faces the same situations as the inner city. The inner city black women, I believe, are the ones who really get that knock against them.
Mm.
It's different when you're raised with a little bit of money as opposed to be raised with none.
So you think that causes aggression in black women,
Absolutely.
not
And,
having
and,
money?
and men, I said men. Absolutely, men and women. It's a whole situation. You can be softer when you don't have to deal with struggle. Struggle makes you harder. Struggle makes you harder. The money makes you a little lighter, a
Was
lot
that
lighter
the
actually.
question again?
You broke up, Sean. Say that again.
I was saying, was that the question when you were asking about black women and the aggressiveness,
Who me?
like the original question?
I said you were talking to me.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I was listening to like on one side of the table. Um, I
Alicia.
agree. No, I'm saying on one side of the table, I agree with Far that if you've been raised in an environment where you're allowed to be freer, more be yourself, this and that, you can be that. But if you're raised in another kind of environment where just to go outside and check your mail, you got to have your backup. Just to walk out to your car, you got to have your backup. And yeah, you might be on a little bit of edge. Because I was listening to a discussion not too long ago. This black man was saying that he was in the grocery store and he spoke to a woman and she was like looking at him like, don't speak to me. And he was like, I didn't realize we were in a place where we can't speak to people no more. And so a lot of the women in the comments was like, well, yeah, I'm not comfortable with nobody just speaking to me like that these days because you never know what people own and what's going on anymore. So I have to agree with Bart that a lot of this has to do with environment where you are, because if you are in a upper, a gated community, if you will, and they actually literally are, then going outside to get the paper is not the same kind of experience. To which I have to say, sidebar, they are in a gated community. So how somebody just tip up in here and steal Chelsea up out of here?
TV,
Huh?
certain things you can just chalk up to TV. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So I'm like, we gated, gated to me mean we got security guards on the premises. We have cameras everywhere. Uh yeah, no, we
The security. I mean, like I said, some things is just TV because in real life, Leslie Pitcher would be at the front of the security stand, and Leslie wouldn't have never got in that thing. I don't care if she had the codes or not.
well
Well, you
they would have
you
never
you,
sold her no
you
house back
know
there.
Leslie was in. Remember when Madison and Chelsea were at lunch at the club? Leslie was in, and Chelsea asked her about how did she enter. She said something about a promotion. Don't you remember? She said something about a promotion. So that's twice she's been in. She gets in. And look how
Now,
many times Leslie has gotten in.
no, but yeah. Now, Belinda says something that I was really trying to veer away from saying, so now I'm going to say it. So, Belinda says, Bar 40, I have to disagree because I was raised in a middle class family and I had the same issues because I came up during Jim Crow era. So here's what I was gonna say that I didn't say.
Oh, that's another thing
Okay, hold on.
too.
So I was gonna say here's another thing I was gonna say that I didn't say is that as girls of color, we learn from a very early age. And if you think I'm kidding, you start paying attention. If your 3, 4 year old gets in the face of another little boy's face, she gonna get told right then and there, get out that little boy's face. Don't be kissing on him. You don't grab him
Mm-hmm.
like that. You know, and that just has to do with black women having been sexualized the way that they have over history. It's been passed down that the last thing you want to look like is that you fast or that you asking for something that you wasn't trying to get. So we have been programmed, if you will, to downplay a lot of stuff so that it doesn't appear that you're trying to be too forward or you trying to be too fast or you trying to be too, and that starts when we're very, very young. So if you notice that other kids of other colors, they can hug and kiss and all that stuff. I'm about to tell you, ain't nobody about to let their 4, 5 year old daughter, 6 year old daughter be hugging and a kissing on no random boy. That ain't about to happen.
Uh-uh.
It,
And all they're doing is being children. You understand? All they're doing is being kids. But we're programmed very early on that you don't do that. You just don't do that. So I can almost see why in some situations people like, well, the other side seems so much friendly because they have been allowed to be friendly from the very beginning.
Yes.
We were never, ever allowed to move like that. Ever.
And what about the stereotype, which is not so much a stereotype because it's right here, the the white fragility of tears of white women.
Well, because I don't know if we can say that because you know
That's
they flag they will flag you for
Okay,
what they now these days. Yeah.
I,
I, I, I
I,
I just want. Oh, go
women
ahead. I'm sorry.
tears.
I
Those.
just wanted to say, like, when you add in the Jim Crow era and different things like that, yeah, it's a difference. So even though you was brought up, and it's still society based. So even though you was brought up in a nicer neighborhood, you can still have that edge because of the way that white people are treating you and the way you got to move, and
People of
you're being
non-color.
treated as, yeah, people of
People of
non-color.
non-color.
You're
Mhm.
people of non-color. You're being treated as less than. So that carries over. And a lot of times too, even if you are brought up in the middle class, but like I said, society based, your dad could have came from the bottom. And even though he made some money, he still got that edge to him. And then that edge he teaches to his kids as well sometimes. But if you're removed from that, if you're removed from the streets, maybe a generation or two, that edge starts to wear off. And it's a society thing while black women tend to have that little scowl or might seem a little more snippier than the white people.
Well, what
Well,
the
I
people
was
of
born with
non-color.
mine, and I have my
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
pictures.
Yeah, I naturally have that resting face
Yes,
because
yes.
everybody in my family looks like that. We just look mean,
Mm-hmm.
even though we're not. My dad looked like
I
that. I
have
look
it.
like that. Ain't nothing I can do about it.
And
Because
just be
on a random
happy.
day, people go, "What's wrong?"
Yes.
I go,
Yeah.
"Nothing.
Oh my God. Yes, Miss
I'm
J.
good."
Yes.
My
I
wife
have
has
my
it, and I have it as well.
You do
all my
too.
pictures
Yeah, I do too.
2, 3 years old. Uh-huh. And I have a frowning face, even though
Yeah.
I'm 3. Like, and nothing was wrong with me. I'm so happy. I like to play.
Do you
People
all
come up
think?
to work. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you? No, go ahead. You were about to say something about people because I'm gonna say something
Just
different.
real quick, I would say people would come up to me at work and be like, why do you seem mad all the time?" I'm not mad. I'm actually happy. Like I literally had to tell these people, like, I'm happy. I'm not mad, but I had that resting bitch face. Oh, I'm sorry. I had that just resting
RBF.
face.
Yeah, I have the same resting face, so I can understand it. Do you all think that Behind the Gates thought had any idea when they were doing the writing for this show and created this show that it would spark so much controversy and conversation and people thinking about stuff in a different way? Because I just don't think that another show has caused that.
I think they
It
did.
could.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say it could be. It's a possibility because it is by NAACP.
They
So
keyed
And
in a lot
Oh
of. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
and another
They
thing
they
I
they,
don't
they
know
got
of I don't know of another show that has given us the ability, like you've given us, to express how we are feeling about different things. Most of the times, a recap is a recap. You can text in, I mean, you can type things in, but might not necessarily get responded to. But and also, this show just brings out a lot. There are so many people who are covering Gates. They're covering Gates just like they did when Taylor was on Big Brother. I mean, it's just all kinds of people on covering Gates. So this has sparked a lot of interest in people.
They put in a lot of controversial issues anyway. Infidelity, from the beginning, race relations, with the Andre being attracted to Ashley, who is a woman of not color. So
Not
that's going to
color.
spark debates. That's going to start the debates in the black neighborhoods and different people that watch it because people have a tendency to not like the interracial mixing of it all.
I saw somebody when this show first started, and I was looking for like a channel on YouTube, to, the discussion recap, and I saw in the short that it was this melanated woman, but she was saying how it was mighty funny that they made the villains dark skinned and all this other kind of stuff. And I was really annoyed with that because I'm just like, why did that have to turn into a colorism issue? Because it's not true to begin with. And that's the problem I have with, because I guess they were going according, because they had just started. And so they were going according to Leslie being dark skinned. And then it's like, you're just saying that. And Bill at the time was the villain too, and he's light skinned.
Well,
And
Leslie
Haley
is
is dark skinned. Huh?
Leslie's the most beautiful woman on there. So I don't know if they were just making her dark because she's a villain. I think that's just a package that she arrived in.
Yeah, I
But
don't
that's
think the
been the
color
thing that's
had
been
anything to do with it. I don't think the shade or color had anything to do with it.
No,
It's just,
no.
it's what we were just discussing, and it's like, why does color always have to come into it? And that really turned me off, and I was like, I would never watch your
race
channel
baiting is
again.
a hot commodity.
Well, colorism and colorism in our race is probably higher than it is with other races of people, other nations of people when they talk about us. We have a high percent of colorism starting from
Oh, for
slavery,
sure.
when people were treated better when they were mulattoes, and then the brown people got treated better than the jet black people. So it's always been a problem in our nation.
Yeah,
Colorism is always been a problem.
race baiting actually sells. So they're gonna take advantage of whatever they can take advantage of.
It's sickening.
But
I don't
I
like
don't
it.
really see where they made the victims. I think whoever that person was, maybe they got it wrong because the darkest woman on there is the woman who works for Nicole at her house, and she had a good part. She was definitely not a victim. Remember, she is the one who recommended Eva for the computer job at Naomi's.
What? No,
Is her name Monica? Remember, we don't
Mona.
Mona. We don't see Mona hardly anymore. But Mona, yeah.
no.
So I don't know that they sat down and thought about making the victims dark. I just have a problem. I don't think
The,
that.
I don't
Miss
think so
Leo,
neither. But
the
that's the knock
villains.
that Tyler Perry gets all the time. Tyler Perry gets that knock with the men. It's like, it's always the dark skinned dudes that's the villain, and then the high yellow guys come in and save the day type situation. I don't pay that stuff that much attention like at all. But I know that's a knock that they was giving him for years about that.
I can believe it. I don't watch Tyler Perry stuff except for back in the day, and even now the Medea stuff. I don't take his
Yeah,
shows seriously. I'm one
I
of
don't
those,
either.
not
Not
because
in.
of the color thing. I don't like for anybody to disrespect my integrity.
Yeah,
And like,
yeah. I used to watch with Madea, but I don't go there anymore. No.
that was the only thing that was funny to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Medea, so I love when the new movies came out and stuff, and that was
let
it.
me
But the
let me
new
pull
one
in this
wasn't too funny.
let me pull in this Leslie piece, okay? So as far as the Leslie character goes, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm really enjoying you all's conversation. You know, you guys have had a very lively conversation. Like I said, we like to argue. We don't like to argue. We just like to argue just a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about this Leslie piece, right? Who do you
Debate.
think is gonna soften toward Leslie first in town?
Maybe
Might be
Bill.
Bill, actually.
That's what I was
Duprees
thinking,
aren't,
Bill.
that's for sure.
Kelly. I think Kelly.
Hmm.
I think Kelly.
Okay.
Here. Oh, okay. I don't know about her. Okay.
I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about Vanessa, to be honest with you. Which I don't blame Vanessa because I mean, that is her job. But yeah, she likes money.
I, I heard it brought up, but did y'all think she was right for selling or attempting to sell Leslie a home?
I mean,
I
Wait, say
don't.
that
I know
again.
y'all spoke about it earlier. I said, I don't. I know it came up a little bit, but I didn't hear the response. I was wondering if y'all thought it was okay for her to sell Leslie the home or to take her out
I
to
think
try to
here's what
buy
I
a
think.
house.
I think this is the second time Vanessa has profited off their pain. This is the second time she's
Hmm.
done it. So and then she, you know, it's like she does. She's like, oh, I can't say nothing. Y'all best friends, girl. Stop playing.
Yeah, but
yeah.
she did that with Bill and Haley, and then she went to Danny's house to let Danny know she had sold her ex-husband a house behind the gates. Yep,
Because
I remember.
Vanessa is by her coins. Okay. She about getting to the bag.
Yeah.
Vanessa
Regardless.
needs to get
Actually,
cut
she
off.
said that at the country club, and remember, she said it in front of all the Duprees, and that's when we have that famous slap scene where Danny slapped Haley in front of all the Duprees.
But now,
Yeah,
if
Vanessa's
you
not
had to
right.
pick, if you had to pick somebody out of the Dupree clan, which of them do you think will fold first? And you know who I think is going to be crazy enough?
Jacob.
Anita,
You think so?
because
Well,
of Bob.
Anita did say something tonight that I was kind of surprised
Empathizing and
when
relating
yeah,
to Linda and
Naomi
brokenness.
when Naomi was talking about what all of this stuff with Leslie getting their money, and Anita said she is Barbara's daughter, and then she kind of made it sound like, well, what comes, she never had what you had. She said, Naomi, not Naomi, I mean, she said, Nicole, you've never had to want for anything in your life.
Mm.
And Leslie growing up without money. So and I guess and I just kind of got the feeling just for a little while that Anita was it. Oh yeah, Anita came up in Cabrini Green, so yes, she would know. She would know how much a dime would mean to a child. Yes, yes. So I saw that and I was kind of surprised as much as she seems to dislike Leslie, she was able to look past and see why money would fascinate her so because her children have had everything they wanted all of their lives.
Mm. Yeah, that this has been quite something. Her becoming rich overnight because she gonna be broke overnight. But look, y'all, I almost forgot about something after we sat up here and waited for us. So I got to switch subjects right fast. We ain't even talked about Peaches with whole bubble wig wearing stuff. Hold on. What y'all think about Peaches?
I don't know about Peaches because now Peaches is dying. Why is she going to the bar? And then I just don't.
You
I,
can't go to the bar if you're dying.
I
You can't have
mean,
a drink if you're dying.
you can do whatever you want to do, but you don't feel like going and leaning and with a swag. That just I don't know.
She's come
Your
to grips
person.
with it.
Now y'all know I think Peaches is Barbara.
She
Where
this,
y'all
Yeah, I
stand
heard
on
you
that?
say that.
Where y'all stand on that? Because I think it's her.
I,
I
I
just
I'm
don't
kind
see
of hoping.
how.
I'm kind of hoping she
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a soap opera and all, but I just don't see how. It's too much. It's too far.
What's the proof that she died?
Okay. Dealing with strictly just a soap opera, there
Mm-hmm.
is no proof. But if this was real life, it would be proof. One of those articulates would have went to her funeral, or they would have reached out to family, and then the family would have said that she died. it would have been something that happened, but we're talking about soap, so anything is possible. But yeah, that's kind of far fetched. Like, why would she have to fake her death? Like, for what?
Hmm.
She wasn't guaranteed to get this money. She didn't know what Anita was going to do. Like, you would have no clue that Anita would set up a trust and all this other stuff. So I don't know.
Well, she did have a clue that it had been set up.
No, meaning before she killed herself. I mean, okay, so I'm sorry, unalived herself. So she would have had to, like, before she went through with this plot, she wouldn't have known that she was going to get money out of the deal.
See, my theory is, my theory is they go like this. I think that Barbara faked that she had took herself out to cause Anita pain for the rest of her life, the same as she was feeling pain for the rest of her life.
Now that
I
makes
think that
sense.
Barbara moved away because she got knocked up by either Dante Green or Vernon.
Vernon. Please let it be Vernon.
I
I don't care what
think that
nobody
Yes,
says.
Barbara,
please let it be
I
Vernon.
think that Barbara got so committed to that she was gone that she changed her name to Peaches. That's what I'm saying. I think she just refers to herself as Peaches because I doubt that Peaches is on her birth certificate. I don't think that's her government name,
But but
right?
but
I
but
think
one
She
Vernon
thing.
said
is
that
too
it's
far
not her
gone for that.
name. She
I
said
Like,
it's
because
don't
not her
Vernon,
know. I
name.
don't know. Wait, hold on. But I think that Peaches found out about the money. And what may have made her look back into it was the fact that they were having that reunion concert. And she pops up and she like, girl, it's money. But see, Barbara can't collect the money because it's for the surviving members of Barbara's family. But her daughter can go and collect it now that her sister's gone.
Mhm.
Because maybe her and her sister was living off that money anyway. And now she couldn't continue to get it. She was like, you know what? Now I'm going to have to go and tell Leslie who she is. But I just believe, however they get there, Barbara is Peaches.
But you know, one thing maybe you could, some of you can make me understand. How did Leslie attend a public school without a valid birth certificate? Because you can't get your children into school without proper ID. And she would have had on her birth certificate Barbara's name, her mother. The father does not have to be on there in some states, but the mother must always be on the original birth certificate. So how does she not know her mother's name unless they didn't give her a real birth
Now,
certificate?
Miss Leah, you know y'all used to keep them birth certificates and up under the mattress, and we wasn't allowed to get it. And you would go take care of the business with it and bring it right back and put it right up under the mattress. I ain't see my birth certificate till I was grown. I ain't need it
people
for what I
for
need it for.
people forge documentation.
And they could do that too. Cause
And especially like back in the
I knew
day, it was a
somebody
lot of hood
found
adopters.
out that her mama. Well, how did this lady told her when she went to get her birth certificate? She was like, "You need to go see a lawyer because the paper, what's going on with your birth certificate is something I ain't never seen before." So it was like your mama is not your mama.
Yeah, back in the day, there was a lot of hood adoptions where
Mhm.
you didn't go to court to actually take over a family member's child. You just did it. And I don't know how because
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
46 years old, but
but
it
you
just,
did, you did that. But what I'm trying to say, okay, you did that. You could take on the Joneses, could take on the Smith child, and grandmama would raise it as her own. That's not what I'm talking about. But when you go to the public schools, you have to have, for the entrance to get in, the child has to have government proven identity. So
Hey
Barbara,
Shay.
so
Go ahead.
she should have known her name that was given, even if they changed it later on. If you go through an adoption and they change your given name and you take on your new parent's last name, your original birth certificate must always have mom's name and mom's last name on there. So how did this go down without her knowing that she was different from Peaches?
I guess TV because
Hold on a second. Let me take 1 second and say hey to my girl Shay Renee online. Shay Renee reviews everything, all the shows, brothers, sisters. She reviews her and her husband review stuff together. She got a great channel. You guys should go over there and check out her channel, subscribe to it, and definitely support my sis because she be putting it down over there on her channel. Now let me say this about Peaches, right? Peaches, that wig that Peaches had on looked like somebody took a balloon and laid that wig down on that balloon and glued that wig down, and then with a whole bunch of that dry fast, we used to call it when I was in hair school, that snot stuff that you put in your hair to slick your hair down like glass, and let that wig dry. And then she put that wig upon her head and showed up over there at Leslie's door, because ain't nothing about that wig is right. Something about that wig is very wrong. And I'm telling you, Peaches don't look like that up under that wig. Peaches came to the door and check this out. Peaches done come to the door in a disguise the same way that Leslie, Laura, Sherry, Anna, Lulu, all them other names up in town. Mm-mm.
And you know,
she don't learn that from my mama.
Other people have been noticing too that she has a very tender skin and very young looking face to be Leslie's mother. Some people said that she even looks younger than Leslie, so I don't know what.
But that's why Leslie was like, oh, she was like, you got old. But she done come to the door in a disguise. That's a disguise. Just like Leslie's. Just like Leslie's. Because that, I don't know where she got that. They definitely, or some, they was like, you know what, we need a real ridiculous wig. Somebody go on Temu, somebody go on Shein, get us a wig. Don't spend no more than $7 for it and send it down here. That's the one we're going to put on her head. But I'm telling you, y'all, they going to run into Peaches somewhere. And you need to go, Barbara. And I'm going to be like, ooh, baby, I'm going to bust. I ain't going to be able to wait to get over here to tell y'all that day. You better be glad we can't bet on YouTube, because I be done won the whole pot. The whole thing. But we'll see, we'll see what happens. We'll see, but I know I'm right. I know I am.
Anything's possible.
I can feel
anything's possible on these shows.
I'm just waiting to see if Ava is Nicole's daughter.
Shay Renee, you should come up here and say something to the people, girl. She reviews this show too. Let me put the link down here if she want to come up. She may, because she be busy. But maybe she'll come up here and tell y'all a few words. Let's see. There you go. So anyway, it was a lot going on this week. So much so that I didn't forget, because they hadn't got on my nerve by hitting the like button. And I'm like, I'm through reviewing. And you know what that did for me today? It made me realize that maybe I don't need to be going through all this review this way. But here's what I thought. I didn't think you all would want to come up and talk every day, that you would look forward to talking on Friday.
Yeah, talking on Friday is wonderful.
It's better?
Everything, okay. Monday through Friday, we have the whole week. Then we have everything we can talk about.
Okay,
I look forward to it. All the info, you have all the cards on the table, and you can just lay them down.
Well, I don't know. This week just wore me out. Peaches at the door, and Leslie went with that sweet baby Jesus. I was like, oh,
by far one of my favorite weeks ever on Beyond the Gates.
It was a lot going on.
I wonder if Jacob ever gave Leslie her wig bag back. Remember, he took it.
I think it's still being held in evidence.
Because you remember Ava was asking her about one of those, what wig was she going to put on, because she didn't know that Leslie really had a membership at the club. And I guess Ava wanted to know what wig are you going to put on?
Oh, okay. All right, Shay, I see you. Yeah, but listen, when they have an open investigation, you don't get no evidence back until it's over.
Oh, okay.
So she got money now. She could go get some good wigs. Though she wants some nice wigs though.
Yeah, her wigs were fine.
It was tongue in cheek. It was pretty much like, there's no wig that you got that can disguise you from being you, that you're gonna be able to get up into this club. That's pretty much what she was saying.
Maybe she was playing with the mother, but she was asking her about what wig.
There's nothing you can do to disguise yourself to get you through there.
I do think that it's time for them to tone Leslie down some, because I enjoy her antics. It does make me laugh, but I want her to move on to being a real villainess type like Diane Carroll. I need them to clean up some things. You know what? Talk sent me some stuff that an interview that Leslie had did, and she said some things. Let me see if I can find this and read it to you guys. She said some things in her interview. I was like, well, that sounds hopeful because I definitely hope so. I need them to clean her character up some. I really do. Um,
Agreed.
because like this is cute and all of that, but she could so be the Diane Carroll of this show. She
Yeah,
could.
it's
Oh
She,
my
like she's
gosh.
doing unbelievable type of acts.
Oh.
We're
And even
just
with as many crimes as she's committed, I was just telling E Daddy, people don't seem to hold her crimes against her. They
nope.
still, the days that Leslie come on, commentators are just all over themselves about how good the day was. People really like her.
Did
Mhm.
Bill soften anybody up by his speech that he gave?
To his daughter.
No, to the Duprees.
Yep.
Yeah.
And well, didn't I had been
Hmm.
feeling that on my own because like from the beginning, I was team Dupree, and then over time, I'm just like they get on my nerves and they need to be taken down a notch. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And so when Bill, yeah, he needs to put him. And I like that he was vulnerable to Vernon and letting him know. I kind of viewed you as a father. I want your respect, not your money. And you always calling me to be your help to do this, and then you want to, talk about me.
Hmm.
Everybody looking at him to figure like everybody bashed Bill so bad, and now everybody looking at him to fix this situation that he has absolutely nothing to do with.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so.
because they need him. And he gonna get tired of them not doing right by him. Until they do
That's
He
right
really
right.
by
will
him,
though.
everything they think about gonna fail.
That's what's happening.
Okay. So listen, this is part of what Leslie said. She said Leslie's story, origin story will propel big BTG plot in the coming months, said Man Grant.
Okay.
Within the big reveal are a couple of smaller reveals that grows into something massive and intriguing. Y'all may as well be
Oh,
ready
I
to be out of
can't
breath.
wait.
But I just need them to see. First, I said she need to be rich. But why her and Bill sitting across the table looking at each other like that? Huh?
I
That's what I
don't
was trying to
know.
figure out. What is that about?
They
Because
showed it.
he threatened her. Remember?
Yeah, she
I'm
got
feeling.
anger towards him.
So she feeling like I'm doing my big one. You try to threaten me. You want me to do that to my child and all that stuff.
Hmm.
I'm gonna show
That's
you
why she came up
something.
to the table.
Yep. And
But
she
Bill
didn't want to
did give
move.
a good speech now when he said that, when he just got up and said, "This is how I feel." I like he was like, Vernon, I didn't have a father figure really. And
That's right.
that I looked at you like that. But I was like, go ahead on, Bill, stand up for yourself. And you can't
That's
stand up
right.
like that
That's
to Haley
right.
when you find out that little baby Invisalign was indeed invisible.
Yep. It was like his speech to Nicole when she went over there talking about she was gonna be the fixer prior to that. His speech to her. Yeah. I like when he was going, telling
And why
Nicole.
is Vernon tipping around?
I don't know. He's acting awfully strange.
He keep talking about his syllabus, but mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Bill tipping around that house like he a burglar up in that place.
Well, if he had with the syllabus, is he teaching a course at the university or what is he
Yeah, that's
doing?
what he said.
Hmm. But
I
I
think
know
he's
this
doing
Bill
work
had an
camp.
affair with one of them articulates. Now, if it wasn't Barbara, it was definitely Tracy.
You mean
Tracy.
Vernon?
Your verse, Vernon. Thank you,
Mhm.
Vernon Clifton Dupree Davis. Yes, he did. He did.
You think?
Oh yes,
It's
yes,
like I can see them
yes.
pulling something out, but I can see it on a couple fronts because it's like if he did have an affair with her, if he was, it seemed like he would have to be paying her money, like Leslie's situation. It's
Remember
like,
when he was on that phone
why would
whispering?
she hide that?
See, two things. Not Bill. Vernon was on that phone whispering when Tracy was there.
Yeah,
And then when she answered that phone and she was like, "Well, hello, Senator." I was like, "Girl, girl?"
but don't you think if that was Vernon's side piece that he would be lacing her with money?
Let me tell you something about how side pieces used to be, youngster. Side pieces, side pieces used to side piece in silence.
But they
They
was
had to
getting
do all
something on the
that.
deal though,
No, they
wasn't they?
but they was yeah they was, but
Other than
they
cake.
don't do all that. They don't do all that. They don't do all that. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. You showed up. He gave you a little something. He took care of a bill or two for you, and nobody never said nothing. They don't do like they stayed silent. They stayed in a side piece place.
But see, that's that low budget side situation. Vernon is high budget. He can be blackmailed.
Cause she's still gonna need her bills paid. I'm
It
telling you,
seemed like they
side
were
pieces.
struggling.
You gotta remember these older people, side pieces and side piece like that. Now they ain't how they used to did it. Now they ain't do it like that. Side piece stayed in a side piece place
And just show up at the funeral and everybody
and
find out
cry
then.
silently in the corner.
Not too much
hmm
to make a scene. You don't want to make a scene.
Mm-mm. I remember the first time I seen a side piece get out of place at a funeral. I could not believe my eyes.
You was
I
start
was
crying too
like, "Oh
much.
my goodness!"
She was crying too much.
Well, first of all, didn't nobody know about you, Miss Side Piece? These people have been happily married all these years to you. You came up in here, ma'am. Mm-mm.
Supposedly.
Yeah, you supposed to be silent. See, the S is silent in side piece. That's what it used to be. The S used to be silent. It did. It did. But now they want insurance policies. They want houses. Raven Maniac said
You,
they used to
you,
be
you
called concubines back in the day.
you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking maybe not Vernon back in the day was dealing with her. I think maybe Vernon is dealing with her up to date, probably after that
Mm,
first meeting that he
mm,
had. I could see that
mm,
happening.
mm. And I'm gonna tell you something. When Anita find that out, ooh, she gonna be talking. I'm telling you, the high tone in her voice is gonna come out. She won't
I
be
keep
talking in the
seeing
back of her
people.
throat then.
I
Be too
keep
much for them
seeing.
to break up though. That'll kind of mess up the show a little bit.
I
No,
keep
no.
seeing people on different platforms. Some people just like they don't want Vernon to be like that because all the men are cheating. Not all the men should cheat and all this
Yeah,
stuff. And
yeah, I agree
it's a
with that.
bad thing for black look and all that stuff.
It
But
is.
I do want him to because they need to be taken down a notch. I'm sorry.
Well, Leslie gonna need a man.
Good luck
You
to
know,
that
I
man.
wondered about that. She's never been on a date since she's been on the show, and she's buying all of these pretty dresses, and
hmm
she's, but she never goes on a date.
Maybe she need a
Her date
man
is
that
with
can calm
Ted
her
every time in
down.
her mind. That's
Yeah.
her.
Ooh, ooh,
That's where she
ooh,
going on her
ooh.
dates at in her mind with
I
Ted.
thought it's gonna be
I mean,
her and
yeah.
Carl.
Oh, what if Ted gives in and they
I
go
hope he
together
don't.
again?
See, I
Ted and
said
Leslie.
I was. I'm glad you brought that up. I was having a conversation the other day, and I was like, I want Ted to give in to Leslie because Nicole is getting to the point of no return. The things that for
Agreed.
her to be dealing with his business partner, and now it came out that they've been friends since college. So you
Yep.
know he done came around the kids, he done played with the kids, he was all in everybody's face. And for her to turn around and do that with him, I think Ted got a right to clap back in any way. Man, I would show up with Leslie on my arm. That would be my new boo thing.
Like,
Mm-mm.
uh-huh.
And I think he will tame Leslie though. I think the only reason why Leslie is acting the way she's acting because she can't get Ted. I think if Ted gave her the time of day, it would ease tensions with the whole Dupree family, as far as
Mhm.
her coming at them.
Yeah.
Rick Fox for Leslie would be a good match. Yeah. But you know who would be better? That fine sheriff. I done told y'all who I want now. Not for her. I just need him on the show.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want her on there. I don't want her nowhere near him. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. What I do like about this show that it does cause some good thought provoking moments to think about some things. Just not just how you think about the show, but even how you think about things in real life. Because that may be why you root for some of the people you do. That may be, and you have to stop and think. Because I'd be like, why am I rooting for Leslie? Leslie ain't worth a doggone. But I want her to
Mhm.
get right. I want her to get right.
Yes, I want her to get right. That's why I was like, I was okay with her being, getting a trustee and stuff like that. I thought that too would take them down a notch, but she just goes always over the top and just so
hmm
evil. You're gonna go get a
Hmm.
house across from them. It's not good enough that you behind the gates now. You want to get a house across from them. Like why?
And
But
then
can
go make an
anybody
offer
see?
on a house that ain't even on the market.
But can
Yeah.
anybody see Leslie's side and all this stuff?
What
Not
is
even a
No.
that?
little.
I do, but go
Leslie's
ahead.
side.
Yeah, I
No.
do, but go ahead. Hmm.
Yeah. Because see, the whole thing is, Leslie got rejected by Ted. I mean, by Ted. She was outcasted. Her baby was on the line. You know, talking about if you come back, we'll do X, Y, and Z. So therefore, she's holding that against the whole family. She feels as though if it wasn't for Nicole, then Ted wouldn't have never dumped her the way that he did, and he played her because he made her feel as though he was in love with her. And she's been
Right.
struggling all this time while he's been living high off the hog. And then you come back around, and even though you outed him, but people are now treating you as an outcast and different things of that nature. So I don't know. She kind of has a right to feel a kind of way right now.
I don't
Hmm.
agree. I only think that that's the way a narcissist crazy person thinks. Like you got all the smoke, all this vitriol. It should be for Ted and Ted only. Like what does the Duprees like? How can you loop this around to include the wife? Okay, who knew nothing about you? Okay,
Hmm.
and then her family. That makes no
Hmm.
sense at all.
But from the other side, I can't see the whole Anita situation until now. Now that makes sense. Well, now that she found out, then everything that she does to Anita and them makes sense. It didn't make sense with what she was doing to Anita, but the simple fact of what she was doing with Nicole, whether she's right or wrong in her thinking, she thinks that Nicole is the reason for her not having the life that she should have had with a doctor. She stepped from being a side chick to thinking that she was the main chick, even though she was delusional. But he
But
made her feel like she was the main woman and that he's only stuck with his wife because she has a kid by him.
well, she said something tonight that really made no sense. She was telling Eva, I believe it was Eva, she was telling, they took everything from her. When Eva wanted to know why you wanted to live across the street from them, and she was talking about the view and all of that, and Eva said yes, and looking right at the Duprees. And she said, they took my man, they took they took my mother, they took my man, and now they're taking you. First of all, Ted was not your man. He was married to
Right.
someone else. Now Anita might have motivated your mother to feel depressed because she got kicked out of the group. I can't say Anita was the cause of your mother unaliving herself because that's a personal choice that you make. We
Hmm.
can't put all that on Anita. But when it comes down to Eva, you think you're losing Eva. Eva told Ted, that's my mama, and she's never going to give up on her mother. So she's not losing Eva, but she sees Eva has slipping away because Eva is becoming seemingly in a relationship that's healthy with her father. And I do believe Leslie is threatened by that.
She
Oh
she
yes.
she actually she actually Ted did tell her that he loved her. He was
Hmm.
actually selling her a pipe dream.
Right. He came in there selling
So
all them caviar wishes and
yeah,
champagne dreams. He did.
and and no matter what you feel about Anita's role in the unaliving of Barbara, um, one could say that she did have a large part to play, her and the rest of the Articulates, because dump her, if they didn't dump her, then she might not have did what she did.
So why not go after Sharon and Tracy as well, and not just Anita?
Because they looking at Anita as the
Because
head
she's
of the
rich.
situation. No, just because she was the leader of the group. They look at her like, I don't know. She's the leader of the group. So therefore, unfortunately, you the ones that get the praise and you also get the criticism.
But
And
remember
now
now, Barbara was the leader of the group when they were four
she
because
didn't
of
run into the
leadership.
rest of them.
But she
She
didn't
she
make the
hasn't run into the
album.
rest of the group yet.
She didn't make the album with them, but according to Anita, Barbara was the one who organized and led the group, but she never made it to the album with them. she was gone when they made the album. They had put her out.
I'm not that sensitive. I value my life a little more than that. But I can imagine somebody being kicked out of a group that they created and now have to go back to the projects broke with no hopes on anything, and you see your group that you created thriving.
That's right. That's
And
right.
I look at you as the reason why I'm not in this group. I can see why somebody would go that route. I wouldn't do it myself personally. I don't think, but you never know until you're in those situations. But I can understand why somebody would do what Barbara did.
Well, that's
But
a
I
Now,
like
very,
what Leslie
very.
said. Leslie said she wouldn't have handled it like that, and I believe it for
Oh,
sure.
that's right.
look, I'm
Yeah.
going to
But but
also
but but
say
you
that
made a.
Ted came around there selling a poor girl dreams because he was rich. He was, high, what do they call it? Like at a high level, high profile. He's a high
Highfalutin.
profile guy,
Yeah.
yeah. And you come over here, like making me feel a girl who felt like I'll never have anything. I'll never be anything. Oh, but this rich guy, he's a doctor. He likes me. He really likes me. And then he turned out that he didn't. And then you turned out when she said that she was about to have a baby, you was like, you got to get rid of that.
And
And
not
her
only
delusion,
and
her
not only
delusion comes
that,
into play because she blames everybody else but him.
But
She
him.
don't blame him.
Oh,
She
But
loves
oh.
Ted
him.
still to this day. She
Yes.
blames everybody else but him. It's
You don't think she
oh
Lakeisha's
blamed
fault.
no,
Ted?
but not only
No, she
that,
don't. Leslie don't blame Ted at all.
Leslie
Oh.
was blessed. Leslie was blessed to be beautiful on the outside. And many times when you're a very attractive woman, you will attract people that are not in your social class. So maybe she had all the looks to go there. If he were a single man and available, he could have taught her how to be polished and she could have gone up. But when she met him, he was already in an emotionally mess with his wife because of all of those babies they had, had been unalive, and he was in no condition to commit to her. She was someone probably like therapy for him.
He used her.
He
He
did.
used her
And see,
and he
nobody
set her loose.
him because you the one who was married. That lady wasn't thinking about you like that. You stepped to her with that and then brought your son with you down there and letting her serve him down. Now,
Right.
Now, why don't y'all think she's not mad at Ted though?
Because he put it on her that it lasted over 20 years.
you don't think she mad at Ted?
What would give you no? What would give you the? Why would you think she would be? She never showed any type of
Oh,
like
because she
even
still
when she
want him
has
back.
conversations. Yeah, anytime she
Yeah.
has conversations with Ted, it's not about her hating him or
Not at
cursing
all.
him out or anything. And then even in her moment of solitude when she was by herself, she's fantasizing about making out with him.
But now she did put Eva out. Remember, and when Eva slept in the car that night and she wouldn't let Eva come home to her bedroom, after Ted took Eva in, she became very bitter toward her daughter about Ted. She didn't want her daughter to bond with him.
I don't think it was that. It's not that. It was just the fact that no, I'm not letting you in after you betrayed me. You betrayed me. She betrayed her mom that night by trying to get in to run interference and making it like her. Well, she was though, but showing the world that her mom was crazy. Like she really betrayed her mom that day.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be mad too, even though I got some crazy schemes. But I would be mad too if you betrayed me.
I just want Leslie and Ted to get together and then stop getting together and then Nicole and Ted get back together. 'Cause I'm just I'm over it. I at first really wanted Nicole and Ted to get back together, but like we said, Nicole is going down a deep hole and I need her to go over, through it so she gets out on the other side so they can get together. But in the
Nicole,
process,
Nicole decorating cake before she get together. Her and
right.
Carlton gonna decorate a cake. I'm telling you. Y'all can
She better be
already
careful.
see.
Carlton gonna
Y'all can
show her
already
something
see
that
Carlton
Ted.
want a scene with a shirt not on. I'm telling you
Yeah,
now.
he gonna. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's gonna. That part is gonna matter and stuff to her. I think
I
if
feel
she does give her Carlton, Carlton would definitely
You know
teach her a
what though?
lesson.
Maybe Carlton
I,
won't be able to decorate a cake like Tomas, and then she'll be like, "What was I thinking? Let me get back over here with my husband."
I still don't get why Ted and Carlton ain't fight yet.
My Carlton ain't what? Oh, Bart fell off. He'll be back. He must have got cut off. Ooh, child. But yeah, this week was something. And look, from the clips, it looks like it's about to be something else too. Let me see that I cover all the clips. So we got Danny in this situation. We got Bill picking up what's her name? Well, this the same day because she got the same dress on. And Anita still got this jacket on that's real sharp. So they taking her, carrying her out the house on the same day. Maybe she came over there after she done went over there and said she buying the house and she stopped by. And then she's sitting there talking over there. Huh. Okay. So those are and then this child here done got locked up. You know what? Why she just don't wake up and take the bed apart and go on about her business? Because that's what I would do. I would take the screws out of the footboard and I'd be gone.
We shall see. No,
Girl,
it's
I
Allison's
would
room or
flip them
something.
mattresses off that bed and turn that bed sideways and take it out the door with me. Those beds like that ain't heavy.
But she's cuffed to the bed, though, so how's she going to get out of the bed?
She look how long the line is. She can stand up on the side of the bed, flip the mattress off, turn that bed sideways, and go out that door sideways with that bed. I would be dragging a whole bed in the street. You think I'm playing when I ain't? Sean, do you see what I'm saying? You just something like this. You turn it on the side, then it slides. I'm sliding out the door.
Well, maybe she could get somebody's attention, and they might help her out. You're right. If she could,
if she can reach that chair over there, that chair going through the window, but maybe they in the woods somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, they might.
Who knows? This is just a weirdo.
Is anybody in here?
Because I definitely have been wondering about her husband. I don't believe that he's
Yeah,
around.
I don't see no window, so I think she took that in consideration. She's in a windowless room.
No, it's a window in the room. It's over there by where that green and brown is hanging on the wall. It's a window over there.
That's a window. I thought that was a portrait.
I think it was a window over there. Let me look on the thing right quick. Go ahead.
Do y'all think that the husband is also locked up too?
I don't know. That girl has a problem. And you know, when Chelsea was trying to be with her, she told Chelsea wanted to be with her one-on-one, and she says, no, that's something that she and her husband did, and I'm in love with my husband. And now all of a sudden she's going to throw her husband away. She's crazy, and she should have had a restraining order out on her. And I don't know. But that's another thing you were talking about, getting behind the gates. Well, how did she get behind the gates? Remember, she was when Chelsea took Madison for lunch. She was stalking them then and claimed that one of the trainers had let her in. But she's got some real problems.
Diego.
I'm friends with Diego. I'm like, oh, okay. Now we're gonna bring Diego back. Okay.
It trips me out how people talk about Danny's eyes and getting crazy eyes or whatever. No, this chick has some real crazy eyes.
Hold on 1 second, you guys. Hey, Shay Renee. Let me see. Let me take this picture down. Hey, Shay, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Hey.
Hey, girl.
You hear me?
Yes. How you doing, good sis?
Good. I just got back in the house. So I said, let me get on up in here.
Oh, you said you went to a show that Kempire had. Is it Kempire?
Yeah, he came here to DC, and I got to actually meet a couple of people in person. I was like, oh,
really?
Awesome. Yeah, DJ Richie Scott was there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a couple of people there, but yeah, it was a really good show. Yeah, really good show.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You did your reviews for this show yet?
Not yet, but I'm enjoying this one that you're doing.
Oh, girl. Look, I done pulled the attitude. I was like, you know what? I'm cutting short my review because we was over here like, hit the like button. I was like, you know what? Let me not be working too hard. I'm tired already. I'm exhausted. Because as you know, doing a live is a lot, but doing a live 5 days a week, baby.
Yeah, listen, and I don't know how you do it, but you do it well. I gotta give it to you. Like you, every day. I do it once a week, but you do it every day, but it keeps the engagement. I literally watch your reviews every day.
What?
Even
Girl,
if I don't
thank
catch,
you.
yeah, if I don't catch it live, I'm watching it on my way to work, or while I'm at work, I'm listening in. So yeah,
Oh man, I
I
appreciate
love
that,
it.
Shay. I found your
Of
channel when I
course.
was dealing with going through my best friend passing away. And I was like, this lady
Yeah.
would be on late at night and stuff. And I would come in like, let me find, because even if you weren't on, I would come in and still listen to your stuff again. But you would just have me cracking up and laughing.
Well,
So
I love to see
you
you
forever
every
will be my
time.
girl for
So,
that. You will forever
well,
be my
you
girl
my
for that.
girl.
Look, what did you think about Peaches though, girl? Now, what was your take on Peaches?
Oh, about peaches.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So peaches, I don't know what's up with peaches, because I know you said that you think that peaches may be Barbara,
Hmm.
but she can't be Barbara, because if Leslie was looking at the screen, Peaches, she grew up with Peaches. So she would have seen those pictures and be like, that's my mother. You know what I mean? Or, that's Peaches. But she didn't. So I don't know. I think Peaches ain't gonna die though.
Oh, I don't
I
think she's
think
gonna die
Peaches
either.
gonna
That's a
come
good
back
point
in.
you made. Now you done made me rethink my theory.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
think Peaches gonna come back and collect some peaches, apples, strawberries, and pineapples.
I do. I think she's gonna take that wig off and show y'all a thing or two.
Absolutely. And also
Hmm.
I don't put it past Peaches that she don't know that um Dana Leslie done slept with Ted. That's why she went to that bar to have her a little glass of bourbon with him.
Wait, say that again. You don't. Wait, say that one more time.
I said I think that Peaches knows who Ted is. That's why she went to
Oh
that bar to
yeah.
have a little glass of bourbon with
Mm-hmm.
him to get Leslie back for taking
Yeah, I think it's for no
her
reason, and
man.
I think it's not for no reason that she stopped at that bar and said her name.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yes,
you.
yes.
Sure. Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah, I
okay,
think
good.
it's not
Because
for
it,
no
it sounded
reason.
like, I
Yeah.
don't know if I was going in and out.
Now, were you glad that Leslie's rich now?
Ah, you know what? I feel two ways about that. So I feel like, one, something had to happen, right?
Hmm.
Because Jacob is not doing a great job. He's such a great detective with getting in everybody's business and being righteous, self-righteous, but you can't go out here, you can't figure out this scratch on this helmet and get Dana Leslie locked up. You
Hmm.
can't do none of that, but you can go find children nobody asked you to. I mean, find people's mama that you ain't asked to be found and all of that, but you can't do your job.
Right.
But so something had to happen to keep her in the fold. But for so many times she can be asking for money from Ted and going and bothering Ted, and he don't want her, and so on and so forth. So in that regard, yes, I'm glad that she is rich. I would rather her be rich than be Vernon's daughter.
Yeah, I
That's what
don't
I
want her to
would
be
rather.
Vernon's daughter either. I don't want her
Yeah,
to be
I
Vernon's
don't. I
daughter
think
either.
it honestly makes more sense for her to be Dante, the manager's daughter, and that's why he kicked Barbara out of the
Hmm.
group. That's what I think. I
Hmm.
think he was sleeping with Barbara. He said Barbara didn't fit the aesthetic of the group, and
Hmm.
she wasn't as talented as everybody else. She was just the person that brought everybody together. And he didn't want to, basically her to feel entitled to being a singer because you got everybody together,
Hmm.
So she's blaming Anita because Anita was the standout star, but it was really Dante that didn't want you to be in the group. And
Hmm.
maybe it was because you were pregnant and he was sleeping with you, you
Mm.
know? So
Mm.
also, as far as this money that she's getting,
Hmm.
I need more clarity on the disbursements, because
Right.
she can't be rich for the rest of her life. First of all, she's not good with money.
Mm-mm.
Secondly, Anita has been putting money in here, but there's no way that Dana is richer than them, because they got money on top of money on top of money. Anita was taking a portion of her riches from
Hmm.
the shows, and I mean, I'm sure that they wasn't making no crap ton of money back in in the 60s and the 70s when they was doing shows, or the 70s and the 80s rather, when they were doing shows. and now all of a sudden this lady is like hand over fist rich. I
Mm-hmm.
could see maybe like a million or two,
Mm-hmm.
but enough where you acting like you have enough money where you're going to buy somebody's house that wasn't willing to sell it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to overpay for the house
Yeah.
just so you can live across the street from the Duprees. And it just feels like it's an obsession with the Duprees. She has an obsession with being rich. She has an
Yeah,
obsession with trying to rub it in their face. But if
Mm-hmm.
I was them, I would just ignore her.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. I would too. She could live right on over there until she ain't gonna live over
Yeah,
there no more.
exactly.
Let me
We
say
ain't
something.
got to have the
Oh,
same landscaper. Go on, lady. Live your best
Hmm.
life.
Let me ask
That
you one
money
last
will
thing,
run out.
because I don't know how much time you're gonna have. If I'm gonna ask you this, and I know Bar wanted to say something, but I want to ask you this before you go. What is the name of the
Okay.
show that you and your husband review together?
Oh, divorced sisters.
Okay, so if y'all watch Divorced Sisters, you have to watch her and her husband review this show.
good show.
I will watch you review things, Shay, that because I don't even have those channels. But if I see you on, you know I'm about to hit the like button, pulling out all my devices. I'm about to hit all like button. I'm about to. And one time I was about to go live over here, and I was like, "Ooh, Shay going live. Let me stop." I was like, let me go on some of my things before I go, because I ain't about to miss. So I don't even know the shows you be talking about. I just sit there and listen and be going about my day doing my stuff. But I'm like, I'm sister gonna get this view. But that show, you guys should watch her,
Well,
the her and her husband review.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. That's good. What were you about to
Yeah,
say,
divorced
Var?
sisters is very good. That was this first. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was about to say to the Dante comment about him being the dad. It seems like if he was the dad, that she wouldn't have the anger that she had towards Anita, and she would understand that Dante's the one that's actually kicking all the group. Because, like, how can you recollect the fact that even if she thought that Anita kicked her out, Dante not paying her no child support, not doing anything, no nothing, or Dante's
Well,
not being, whether she didn't have the kid, whether Dante's not being there for her while she's pregnant.
I think she mad at Anita because it's sisters forever. Better together, sisters forever. Articulate strong. I think that's why she mad at Anita because I thought we was all that.
That
Then
would be the
somebody
first
said
step, but then the second
$45,
step
and
is
then that went out the window. I think that's why she mad at her.
the
and
second
also,
step would be mad at your baby daddy for
and also,
abandoning you while you're pregnant.
also they said that Dante wanted her out of the group. According to what I understood from Anita earlier on, Barbara did have a good singing voice, but he didn't like her because he said she was ghetto. So he wanted her out of the group. So for
Yeah,
whatever reason, they put it all on Anita. But Anita, of course, Anita was very talented, but Anita wasn't one who pushed her out. Now, what Anita is grieving about because she didn't stand up and they didn't stand up to Dante. They went along with his plan, but they were guilty and they grieved on the inside, but they never stood up to him.
Hmm.
I think she got pregnant probably a little while after she left the Articulates.
Yeah. Well, all I know is this.
I don't
This
think it was
show.
right
This
away
Yeah,
show.
I think
because
so too.
because they blew up because they actually if you think about it, they actually was blowing up. So they kicked her out, and then so if she was messing with Dante, it would have had to been earlier on. So that means she would have known that that's her baby dad and the whole 9 yards. So she would have had a lot of vitriol towards Dante. And then she would saw the group blow up and felt mad about that too. But I think she would have probably made it known that Dante was her baby dad.
But they didn't even know she was pregnant. Her sisters didn't know she was pregnant.
You know what I'm saying? She probably would have told everybody that the boy Dante is her dad and tried to get some type of compensation for it or something.
I don't
Yeah.
know because Anita didn't know she had a child. She thought Leslie was crazy when she came over there until she got that text from her lawyer. She didn't know she had a
That's
child.
why I think it's
That
Dante's
was
kid.
that was a good point though about the picture with the afro. Even though your mother might look differently, but if Peaches was your mother, wouldn't you recognize that middle school picture they put up on the screen? I,
Yeah, that
I
was a
I
very
hadn't
good
thought
point.
about that.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
very good point.
Yeah, she definitely would have recognized that was Peaches back in the day. Like, hold on.
Like, is that my mama? Is that my
yeah,
mama? I'd
yeah.
have jumped up from there. Well, one thing about this show for sure is that it's got so many twists and turns. It's like being on a roller coaster, Lord. Slow down. Y'all doing too much. But I love it.
I wondered, does Anita and Sharon or Tracy know Peaches?
Let's
Because
say that again.
if Peaches, I
You
wonder
wonder
if Peaches,
if the
I mean, if
articulates.
yeah, if the articulates know Peaches, like, do they know her? Because she was supposedly Barbara's best friend and close enough to her where she would give her her baby. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I wonder if they knew her, and also I wonder, did they go to her funeral? Like, how does
That's what I
anyone
said
know that
earlier.
she really has passed away? You know what I mean? Like, did anybody see her? Like, who orchestrated her funeral?
I
And
don't
then it's
Yeah,
a
know.
toss up with
I'm
Peaches.
going back to find that. Yeah.
And then
No,
it's a
it's
toss
not.
up with Peaches because we don't know how long after, either A, she could have known Peaches while she was with the Articulates, or she could have met Peaches after the Articulates kicked her out. And she
That
used Peaches as a best friend to lean on, and she discovered her after she left the group. So we don't know. It don't take much for somebody to become a close friend, apparently, in a lot of people's situations. You can know somebody for a couple months and they could turn around and be your best friend.
so that's true. We don't know.
That's
Maybe
true.
she met her after she was kicked out. But this story is strange, and I have a feeling a lot more is going to come out.
I agree with that. Let me check
Also,
out something. I'm sorry. Go
I'm
ahead, Shay.
sorry,
No, go
if
ahead.
Vernon was, if Vernon was the dad, I wonder why Vernon wouldn't have told her, "Oh, I know her, Barbara. How do you know Barbara?" You know, when she showed like when the photos came up, I
Yeah.
wonder why Vernon, he would have, I think he would have said something like, "Oh, I know her," in some sort of way if he supposedly was the dad. You know what I mean? And it seems like he had no recollection of Barbara. Like, he didn't know her when Anita was talking about her. But Vernon has been having these little secret phone calls. Is
Hmm
something sneaky going on with Vernon?
Oh,
He's
definitely.
been acting strange ever since Ted was served divorce papers. I can tell you that.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I knew the Duprees was gonna be trouble from the very first day. Nicole drove up in that and they was playing that music. I was like, "Oh, I'm in. I'm in," because I knew it was gonna be some mess. I just need Karen Hugger to get out of jail so she can come back and sit sit at the country club. I need her down there. I need her
If
down.
Barbara was truly Vernon's side piece, he wouldn't have announced that to his wife. He would
Wait,
just
say that
look at the
again.
picture. I said if Barbara was truly Vernon's side piece, he wouldn't make that announcement to his wife
Mm-mm,
after seeing the picture. He wouldn't say, I
mm-mm.
recognize her. I wouldn't say nothing. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm,
that'll all
mm.
be in my head. Ooh, okay. I
And you
remember
start
her.
praying, Lord. I know I'm wrong, but I need for you to just help me out this one time right here. Please don't let
I wouldn't
nobody find
acknowledge
me.
that at all.
I know I would. I know I
What do
would
y'all
not.
think about this money though? When is it gonna, like, they're trying to make it seem like it's endless. Like, she's going to continue to get money forever. That that doesn't
I don't
make
think
any
money has
sense.
the same value on this show as it does in real life. I stated that
I don't.
earlier.
I don't know how often
Yeah.
she get a payout. That's the
I
question.
think that house is worth $75,000, and I don't think money is real. I think it's all monopoly money, like how what's the lady
June.
name? Like how
June.
June had, because they blow everything up to be so big. $200,000. Doug is in a hole. $200,000. All these people are millionaires. Like that's not the end of the world. $200,000 to these people.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. And then the fact of her buying the house over bid and everything else, it's like, how much money did she pay? She pulled like an Oprah move. How much money did she pay to get these people to sell a house that they wasn't even planning on selling?
See that we don't know because if you can knock on my door and ask for my house, I got to move. I got that's a lot of stuff got to
Yeah.
happen here. So I mean, you want the furnishings? I mean, what we doing?
I done raised my family here. What Vernon say? He was living there for 20 years. Now
No,
you
they
got
got
to
him out
think.
of there.
You got to think. He was living there for 20 years, and these people got money. If they really wanted to move, they would have moved.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed. I wouldn't follow. I'm like, now this part right here, now we doing a whole lot right here, but okay.
Yeah, this
Whatever,
TV.
stuff.
Yeah,
I
this
just
TV.
I don't even see what the point of that was. Like it's a bunch of houses was for sale back then, but Leslie was like, no, they gonna see me every day when I open my garage and drive my bicycle out of here. They gonna see me. Not from
Not the
around
No,
the
but
corner.
bicycle.
this is in the
That's all she
bicycle.
gonna have. She ain't gonna be able to afford no car at the rate she going because she done spent at least $500,000 as it is.
Yeah.
I
She
don't
gonna
now
blow
you
through
from
that
that
money. I
area.
think from
What do
if I
houses go for in the
remember
real good
correctly,
part of town?
Well, that's what I was thinking. It had to be like a couple $1 million home. Those are mansions.
But that's what I
So
was asking. How
yeah.
did she? Okay, her down payment from her trust, her first payment was only $1 million, and if you're going to do a percentage of the down payment of the value of the home, it probably was like $500,000 to
ooh,
pay
you-
down. So where would she be getting that from? And then she's buying dresses and all this other
we
stuff.
missing something. We missing something, right?
What?
She's
Yeah.
not going through a mortgage. She never went through the process of getting a mortgage or anything. This is a direct to buyer situation. So yeah, this is TV jumble because it's a direct to buyer situation. She never went to the bank and tried to get a mortgage or anything. So how is she going to pay for that house right now? She got
I,
the dude said he going to sell it to her, but she never went through any channels to get approved for the house.
I don't know.
Well, she
Who's
dealing with
backing
Nessa.
that?
Nessa do everything underhanded, so who knows?
So Nessa might have done that. That's right, and
But
just have
somebody
an
would have to pay
honesty.
the dude. Somebody, if I got a 2, 3, $4 million house, this stranger comes out of nowhere talking about they want to buy it. You know what I mean? I'm not accepting half on my house, and I'm not a renter. No, I need all my money now. He wasn't even planning on selling the house. Let's keep that in mind too. So, wouldn't you, as a homeowner, want that person to give you all your money now?
If they're
I don't
paying for
trust you
the
to pay me over time.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Unless she went through a loan company and made the
It
arrangements
was
with
too
them
quick.
and the
It
loan.
was too quick.
Oh,
It was too quick. She just got the money
Maybe
that
Joy
day.
funding it, you know?
I don't know.
She
No,
just got the money
I'm
that
saying
day.
maybe that's what Vanessa doing because they washing that money.
Yeah, I don't. But that's again
So
20%
what
is
you think she
close.
took the money out from the loan? Nah, I think they would have showed that. I think
Vanessa's
they would have
getting
showed that. That's too far.
Vanessa's
Well, they need
getting
to get to this part so we can find out. Next week, I need them to get on to some answers because they just left us out here looking crazy. This woman rolled up
Yeah,
in there in this bubble shaped, egg shaped wig, and everything been off kilter ever since then.
but I just thought of that. I didn't think about it earlier when I saw it, but I literally just thought, like, hold on, she didn't gather up a mortgage. How was she paying for the house? You're not going to pay somebody $500,000 or even $1 million on a $3 million house and expect just to move in. And I'm gonna take you on your word that you're gonna come back with the rest of the money.
Well, Mr.
No, I
Raven
don't know
Maniac
you.
has said, this is what Mr. Raven Maniac says. He says the trust is being managed and it's being managed by some of the best trustees that Anita could buy. I'm sure that the compound interest on the initial amount Anita put up is perpetually guaranteed. Okay.
Yeah, but that's still too quick. She got the money that same day. She went house hunting same day, next day, whatever. Went house hunting, and then get the call that the dude is willing to sell. And now she got the house. She didn't even go through the proper channels to see about getting financing or
Well,
anything.
how much money do we think the Duprees got?
They
Right.
got
She
hundreds
said
of
that she
millions
richer
probably.
than them.
Nah, she didn't say that. She
Well,
said
who said
she
that?
thought she was richer than Ted.
Well, she
Nicole,
know what
not
she
No,
Nicole,
know.
Leslie.
Anita said somebody at the Dupree house said that she was as rich as them.
Really? I didn't hear that part.
I think they didn't. Did you? I think they did, Shay. I think
Nah.
somebody at the house said she's got about what we got now.
Yeah, she was
No, she
when
got a
she
lot.
was
She got a lot
rambling,
of
she
money.
said, "I'll buy a house bigger than this one because I have more money than all of you." Which I'm like, that doesn't even make sense because if Anita is putting money in there from her riches, I'm sure she's not taking her whole wad of money and putting it in this trust. She can't be that
She
upset
actually
over
told
What
Barbara.
it
she,
is that she put money in the trust, but
Yeah.
people are managing it, meaning that they're
but
investing it. So all it would take is that if she didn't put but 1 million in there, if she put 1 million in there and they grew it into more, that's how it got so big.
yeah, I
Oh,
get that, but
gotcha.
I doubt if it would get to like hundreds of millions unless they made like super duper investments. Normally in those situations, they try to keep it light and steady. You know what I mean? It's nothing that's real aggressive when you're dealing with that because you want the money to keep flowing. You don't want a bad stock market hit and wipe you completely out. So in those type of situations, they do easy, simple investments. That's one. For two, I lost my point. I lost my point.
That's okay. It's late.
I get it back.
It's late.
Oh
But
no, no,
anyway, y'all.
no! They told the money. They told the money. Anita put in all the money that the Articulates would have made, or that they did make during the concert. She gave Barbara's cut for every tour and concert or records that they did. She put that money in, and then when she told Vernon, Vernon looked at her and said, "You think you need to put more in there?" And then she said, "It's not about the money." Blah blah blah. She said, what she say? Nobody wants to deal with her anyway. It wasn't about the money. And then she said another thing that she was going to invest when they did that reunion concert. She said she put the money in that she got for that into the fund as well. So that was
Yeah,
like the
she
last
did say that.
installment.
Yes, she did. Yeah, the
Mm.
last concert they had, that money would go in.
Yeah, she ain't gonna get no more of that.
Nah, no more.
Ain't gonna be no more
No
of that.
more.
Anita said she ain't putting no more in. I don't blame her for that. Now you done got enough.
Yeah,
I
that's
might be
true.
shocked if she
That's
was worth
right.
like maybe like 50 million or something. Because the Articulates back then wasn't making a ton of money. You got to think about it. Like it wasn't a ton of money that they was making. I'm even wondering if Barbara and the other girl was even millionaires when it was all said and done with, and they
That's
No,
what
just
I'm
they
blew the
was
saying.
money on
working.
life.
Tracy and Sharon acting like they broke.
Yeah, they
Like
was
they
Well, I
spoiled.
wanted
guess
the
they
money
spent
from
it.
this
We
one.
talking about 30 years ago. They probably went through that the first 5 years.
Because
You
Sharon
know,
said that she was teaching at the church music, and I
Hmm.
believe that Tracy has been doing just singing here and there from bar clubs to different
Hmm.
places and
you
maybe
know what?
churches.
You know what? All this went down with the Articulates. It had to be about over 40 something years ago because she stopped singing to become a mom. So she did the same thing that Danny did when Danny stopped modeling to be a mom. Anita did the same thing. They mentioned that she dropped her career and everything to become a mom.
Yeah.
So she had to stop singing about 40 something years ago. If we can guess how old Nicole is, maybe she's supposed to be like 50 or something. Maybe she stopped like 50 years
No,
ago.
I think Nicole is 38 in real life. I saw that
On
on
the show.
YouTube.
I'm talking about on the show. Because her
On the
son, you gotta think, Martin gotta be at least 30.
Yeah, Martin is 30, I believe.
Martin gotta be at
He's
least
30.
30. So
Yeah,
if
Martin
he's
is 30.
30, then you
I
gotta put
think
a
Martin is at least
Nicole at least about
35.
50. Yeah, so you gotta at least put Nicole at about 55, 50 at the least.
I
I don't
think
know.
Martin's at least 35. And you
Hmm.
know why? Because he tried to become the president.
Oh,
Oh,
you have to
that's
be
That
true.
part.
35
That's
to run for
true. That's
president.
true. You do have to be
That
35.
part. So he gotta at least be 35. So let's do the math. 20 years, maybe she had him at 20, that would put her at 55. But I doubt if Nicole would have had a kid before finishing college and everything.
Oh,
The
she was
ages don't
married.
match up.
Yeah, she was married.
The ages don't match up because Nicole darn sure is not 60 something.
No, 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 no. In real life, the ages do not match up to the
Oh yeah, real
social.
life don't matter because the
You
little
know,
girl is 30 something. The little girl on the show is 30.
yeah,
Martin's daughter, she's
yeah,
30 in
yeah.
real life.
They don't do. If you look the part, then you can play it. I think the reason some people are questioning Peaches, because when you look at Peaches, the skin turner, it's very youthful looking, and her face is very young looking, and so a lot of people are questioning whether they tried to play her up to be an older woman, but they wonder about that because somebody even mentioned that she looks younger than her daughter.
That's what
Hmm.
they did back in the day though. Like if you look at like Sanford and Son and those type of shows, like everybody wasn't as old as they made them up to be. Grady wasn't as old as he was.
Right, right.
Fred's girlfriend on the show wasn't as old as she was. Like, all those people was really younger than they had him looking. Even on Good Times, they made James look older to match his wife on the show because
Hmm.
he was actually in his 20s or very early 30s when the show aired. Him and JJ wasn't that far
Yeah,
apart
they
in
were
age.
close in age. Yeah, yeah. Well, guys, I don't want to bust up a good party, but I got some stuff I got to do, and then I got to
Okay.
go to bed. But listen, as
Understand?
always, you guys always bring such a lively discussion to the table. I look forward to talking to you guys on Fridays. Var, like I told you, one of these times I might log in until you go on and run the thing now. Go on, run this discussion, keep it going.
I'm
Uh,
around.
what you say?
I'm around.
You're around, okay?
Yeah, I'm around.
Yes, but look, the closer this thing get, I might have to throw you and Miss Lil in here and say, y'all go on in there and handle it now. Y'all keep the people talking while I do some ripping and running, getting ready for this brunch I got to put together. Okay. But I appreciate you guys coming up. Please come back again next Friday, not just those who are up on the panel, but the others as well. Shay, it was so special to have you up here with us for a little while tonight. It's because I know you're tired and everything. So I appreciate you coming up as well tonight.
Thanks for
All
having me.
right.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. Y'all have a great evening.
Okay, you
Thank
too.
you.
All right. Before we get out of here, you guys, let us give some thanks to our mods because I know they're tired. I think KB Mommy was like, ooh, I had to tap out. But thank you, Mod Squad.
Thank you, Mod Squad. KB Mommy, Destiny H, Bilo Didi, and Cousin Linda. Thank you.
Well, was one last thing I forgot to say because I cut myself off from that review. But when Kat saw even her mama come up in there, she stomped over there to them. Did y'all see how she stomped over there to them? And I said, you know what
I
she
loved
reminded
it.
me of? Huh?
I loved it.
Yeah, I said this is what she reminded me of. She reminded me of Oprah stomping up that hill when she told Harpo, she said, we're going up there to tell your parents I'm pregnant.
I love that she got egg
That's
on her
exactly how
face.
she stomped off to me. We looked the same way. She was like, stomp, 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 stomp. I was like, girl. That was hilarious to me. But all right. If you call me tonight, call me soon because I'm fake. Okay, I got you, cuz. I got you. All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much for coming to hang out. I appreciate you guys 100-fold. See you guys next Friday night on the live, but I'll see you again on Monday to talk about what's going on. Thank you, Miss Lil. And
You're
let me
welcome.
see me go down here. Okay. Thank you, Miss Lil, for joining us, and good night.
Good night.
And thank you, Sean B, for joining us tonight as well. Good night.
She left.
She's still here, but I'll take her down. All right. And E Daddy, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And who's left in here? Oh, Var. Okay, Var, thank you again so much for joining us tonight. And come back and join us again next week.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
All right. Have a good night. And E Daddy, good night to you too. And thank you for joining us as well. I don't know what happened. It kicked me out of here. But all right, you guys, thanks so much for joining me. And I will talk to you guys on Monday. And I do hope that you've had yourself a great day. If not, there's still 6 minutes left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into a great day for yourself anyway? All right, I'll talk to you guys on Monday and grab your membership. All right. All right. Bye.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
I slash it.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership. So, shh, tell them, Richard. Let me in here.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.